good reward for a player who over the last 3 seasons come through. Really, that 2018 premiership was the year that he really found his way into the side, and now he's been given that honour. That's it. They don't just hand them out in the Tigerland, I can assure you.
That they certainly do. I'll tell you what, a fair star-studded lineup on the Albury Tigers bench. Of course, you got Aaron West, Dom Starr, and Pat Scammell. What a lineup!
I actually saw the boys down at the netball early, and I didn't gain a lot from them from that point of view. But no, it's good to see them down there. They've got the Tigers fit. That's one thing they have done. But Gussie, I don't know. We haven't got your selection, Gus. What are you thinking?
I tipped the Albury Tigers during the week. I'm going to tip the Alpine Saints.
Oh, hello.
Oh, he's changed.
Jeez, Gus.
He's got one each side, because in the paper, I'm sure you said Albury, didn't you?
I think I tipped the draw in the paper. I just convinced myself, Robbie, in the pre-game on all the pros to Myrtleford. I just think this is the make or break game for their season, Robbie. There's a lot on the line. If they are to step up, today's the day to do so. It's an 8-point game for both clubs here, and we're not too far away from getting underway in the first quarter, thanks to Blacklocks in Wodonga and their LD vans. Chris Mitchell's right in the boundary for the Newmarket Hotel. My name's Gus McLeod. It's great to have your company. And calling alongside me today is the Big Mac, Robbie McKinlay. It's the Albury Tigers and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints live from the Albury Sports Ground on 1494 2AY, or streaming right across the globe on Optus O&M TV. The umpire holds the footy aloft. And we're underway with the Big Mac, Robbie McKinlay on O&M Live.
Here we go. Kelly contested hard, couldn't get it. Daniel Cross, hand on the footy. Got it to Miles. Miles kicks it to half forward, and O'Hara might have got the sun in his eyes. Dropped one overhead, had to handball back inboard. The Saints through Chris, got it back to Dustin, and a strong tackle there applied. And it's going to be a ball up. So already, Jason Rain just showing that he's not going to. You're going to have to earn your free kicks here today. Crisp got the tap. Comes through here. Chance for McGrath for Albury. Handball back to Maxi Byrne. Byrne, did well. Got out of trouble. The skipper today, Jesse Wilson, kicks it to half-back. Daniel Cross takes a good grab across half-back, Gus.
For the Albury Tigers, great to have Daniel Cross back in the side. He goes to the right boot inboard. It's a dangerous-looking kick to a contest. Bias has to work hard. Garlett gets his hands on the footy and feeds O'Hara out on the clubroom side. McGrath inside, forward 50 for the Albury Tigers. He's got O'Sullivan out the back. Links up nicely with a give and go to Conlon, who dribbles the first goal. And it's a Sunjan goal today from Jacob Conlon. Really nice teamwork there from the Albury Tigers. Their first inside 50 lead to their first goal. Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Absolutely rip-snorting goal, wasn't it, from Conlon? But a great pick up there by O'Sullivan, I think it was, on the half volley. Gave the hand pass off, and it was a pretty tight angle to kick from, so he dribbled one off the ground, Conlon, and kicked truly. Obviously played for GWS last week and kicked a goal, so he's off to a good start today.
Yeah, indeed it was. It was just class, wasn't it? Clever, and as you said, young Connor O'Sullivan been very impressive with the Bushies, and he's made a good start here. So the Saints, Miles is in, head over the footy, and it will be a ball up. Looks like Bucket's out there today.
Interesting matchups, boys. Dustin's in defence on Hodgson, who's starting forward.
Okay.
Good pick up, Chriso.
Nice work. Cross, overran it. Tackles applied by O'Hara, and Bucket says, give it to me. So hasn't moved too far. The Saints will like that. They've got to keep it in tight there. Now, Miles, head over the footy. He was good. Kick off the ground by Garlett, and it's been a push. Gussie, advantage rule played. Straight away to Jeffy Garlett. Kicks it inside forward 50. Jacob Conlon overran the footy. So did Sharp. Ball comes to ground. They're not going to let it out, the Saints, and this one will be locked down for a ball up, Gus. 15 metres out from the Albury Tigers goal. They lead at 1 goal straight to nothing, and we've gone 2.5 minutes so far on the Steel Line scoreboard.
As Dustin brings the football back down for the Alpine Saints, on hands and knees now, working hard at ground level. Hodgson gets forced out of the way, and here's a go for Riccardi. Left foot kick, exits defensive 50 and comes up towards Paul. But the football trickles out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Just forward of True Centre Wing broadcast side. The Albury Tigers lead 1 straight 6 of the Alpine Saints. Yet to score. 3 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. And Kelly is up in the ruck against Crisp. Nice boundary throw-in comes back into play. Martin held without the football. The umpire ignores. Aylett looking for a dish and go. And Ben Kelly Wraps up in a big tackle. We'll ball the footy up, Robbie. Just about 60 metres out from the Tigers' goal.
Yeah, a little bit of a stalemate here at the moment. So Byrne will take a mark, centre wing. Chris, number 1 for Myrtleford, just going on the ground. Haven't got him on our team list. We'll get you to follow that up one if you can. Oh, O'Sullivan took a good grab. The kick in from Byrne was good. O'Sullivan's kick, okay, comes to ground. Tap, clear. Here's a chance for Myrtleford. Defending off half-back. Wallace is there. Kelly, Benny, takes a good grab for the Tigers. Pumps the ball inside forward 50 immediately. Conlon might have got a push. Here's a chance for O'Brien. Comes to O'Hara. Through one. Got a dribble kick. Good defensive work. Riccardi was excellent. So was Owers in there. Comes to ground now. Myrtleford, they're defending grimly. A long kick down the line by Sammy Martin, and eventually they'll find the boundary, Gussie McLeod.
Yeah, young Maraka's got number 1, boys, so you can put that in your little books.
Joshy Maraka.
One of your favourites, Big Mac, is Joshy Maraka.
Good lad, isn't he? Good player.
So boundary umpire will bring this one back into play. 60 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Crisp and Kelly do battle in the ruck, and Crisp palms it down in the Jones direction for the Albury Tigers. Del Bosco happy to concede some yardage, and we'll ball the football back in front of the Albury Tigers. Heritage-listed scoreboard, Big Mac, which reads that the Albury Tigers 1 straight 6. The Alpine Saints yet to score on the Steel Line scoreboard. 40 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Boundary umpire throws it back in nicely. Well done by O'Sullivan. Won the front tap as Martin intercepts for the Alpine Saints and kicks across to the pass player's pocket. Working hard to keep this one alive as nice defensive pressure as Conlon gets involved in the action.
Yeah,
Curtis.
Curtis, is it? Yeah, he's going to take a free kick. Yep, landed in his back. So the ball's really living in Myrtleford's defensive 50 at the moment. So they just need to keep the ball off Albury and work it up the ground and get some territory.
Maraka goes short. It was dangerous, so they might get out of it okay. The kick here is going to be good. It's a good one. Finds Malachi Owers. True centre half back. He can come across the ground now to Austin Wicks. Wicks did really well. Under pressure. Kept the footy. Got a handball release. Was okay. Wait. Got through traffic. Handball was okay to Del Bosco. There's a bit of room to move down here. Chance for Warnock. Good work there by Lucas Conlon. Got a handball to McGrath. McGrath got through the tackle. Nice work from the young Tiger. Goes wide. Gee, they've got some space out there, Gussie McLeod. And they found O'Brien, and he's kicked down the line. Despite the sun being in the eyes, the Tigers have been able to take the mark.
That they certainly do. And they kick long down the line, trying to find a teammate. The mark has been taken. Looks like young Mitch Scott, it is, who gets a right foot kick going long down the line to O'Sullivan, who's led up the ground nicely. He's applied a high tackle, though, unfortunately. And it's going to go the way of the Alpine Saints. So the Alpine Saints probably just struggling to get involved in the game. They're getting their hands on the football now, but struggling to make an impact as Caparelli marks at true centre wing. Club room side for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Quite blustery conditions as they come in board to Murray, or to Kurt Aylett, I should say, who's wearing number 26 today for the Alpine Saints. Comes inboard nicely. And the Alpine Saints, who want to go inside forward 50. Warnock's the target. Got met nicely. The Tigers have numbers. Murray Waite applies some nice defensive pressure. In the pocket, Jesse Wilson's got some work to do for the Tigers. Left foot clearing kick goes long down the line. Hodgson dropped what he probably should have taken. O'Hara gets involved with the action, and Hodgson kicks long down the line, and the Tigers look out. True centre wing, far side.
Mitch Scott, good handball over the top to O'Brien. Kick inside was very clever. Maxie Burley got clean ball. Max has lost middle stump. And the Saints should be able to get out of trouble, though. G. Burns come back with a good tackle. It might have been a little bit overzealous. And just keep an eye, Chris Mitchell. The Myrtleford player there might be injured.
He got crunched, didn't he?
He got crunched sharp, overran it. Good, clever work there. Might have been by Waite. The kick's okay, and it finds Aylett. Not sure who it is, Gussie, in the backdrop.
Declan Brennan, I think, boys.
Declan Brennan might be.
To get up.
So we'll keep an eye on that one. Gus says he goes short, Aylett, and he finds Simon Curtis at half back for the Alpine Saints. It's a funny old game at the moment, Gus. We've gone 7.5 minutes, just the one score. The Tigers got a goal. Another injury to the Saints.
Yeah, the wind's picked up a bit too, boys, so I think the Saints are going to have to keep it nice and long and low.
As Cal Chris marks true centre wing on the inside, gives a give and go, and here comes Del Bosco. Handball was poor. Miles gets his hands on the Sharon for the Albury Tigers, and Bice has got some work to do. Spins out of traffic and finds a left boot, kicking long down the line. Young O'Sullivan's got a bit of work to do as it favours Garland on the bounce. He left it behind. Toe pokes in towards space. If O'Sullivan get a nice bounce, well done, Riccardi. Great defensive work, and I thought he threw the footy there. Sharp comes bustling through, and he's met nicely by Jacob Condon. Will ball the footy up 25 metres out from the Saints' goal.
He just got a fist on it, I reckon, Gussie. He snicked his knuckle. That's what happened. Curtis clever through traffic, gave it to Del Bosco. Got it back to Curtis in a 1-2 fashion. The kick goes wide. Aylett sits over it. Good pressure from McGrath. Aylett's kick's going to be good. It's fantastic. Finds Benny Paul. Paul's kick. It loses a little bit of advantage. O'Hara's a chance. He tapped it cleverly to O'Sullivan. Gee, he's been involved, the young fella, early. Buckets is there, and Bucket says, give it to me, boys. And he's going to ball it up. Gus, 45 metres out from the Tigers' goal. 9 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner home time clock, and the Tigers lead 6-0.
Waite, hands on the Sharon, exits defensive 50 for the Alpine Saints, trying to go in the crisp direction, who makes a contest, and he's got some nice pressure from Zach Bye. And in the end, the football trickles out of bounds. We'll cross boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Declan Brenn's just been sucking in a fair bit of oxygen, boys, so might have been a little bit of cramp, but he's testing his legs out a bit, so hopefully we'll see him again shortly for the Saints.
I hope it's not cramp. 5 minutes into the first quarter, Chris O.
No, not cramp.
If he's got cramp in the first quarter...
No, I got winded, I think, boys.
Yeah.
So football, just on the edge of the centre square here for the Albury Tigers, and we'll ball the football up. So we've played 9 minutes, and the Albury Tigers lead 1 straight to the Alpine Saints yet to score. And to put it nicely, Robbie, it's been a pretty ordinary contest.
Yeah, hasn't had a lot of flair about it just yet, Gussie. It's a kick in by McMenamin. It's okay to half forward. The Saints through Owers. He's been busy, Malachi. He played on Panda 2 weeks ago. And
really?
And Panda's up in the twos. For North Albury, Panda was playing, and Panda's in a commentary box, and Malachi's out here playing ones against the Tigers. So
I don't know if that's an insult to Malachi or not.
Yeah, it probably shows where both pathways are at the moment. And Brody Riccardi will take the free kick at half-back. Oh, he got around his man. He skipped around him beautifully, did Brody Riccardi. Goes to the club room side of the ground. Wilson went high. So does Warnock. Warnock might claim that, but he's not going to be paid it. Wilson's kick was smothered. Good work there by the Saints. I like what they're doing there. Sharp got a kick. A Booker it might have been. Now, can they get it forward from here? They can't. Wilson's put in a good tackle. And it's going to be a ball up. Slightly into attack for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Gussie. And it's something they haven't been doing a lot of, but they're going okay. It's 1 goal straight to nothing. Tigers lead.
Waite, clearing kick inside forward 50 for the Alpine Saints, and Riley Sharp takes a nice strong mark in the netball court pocket.
Go back and have a shot.
Well,
big follow-up.
Booming kick. We'll cross boundary side. Chris Mitchell for the Newey. Which way is the wind going, Chris?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure, Gussie. It's pretty swirly down here, and it's nearly a 1 goal breeze, I reckon, favouring the Tigers. But, a bit of a tough kick here right on the boundary. You wouldn't count him out, though.
He starts his eyes and finds Riccardi, who's too far to score now. So Riccardi's got to gain some yardage and pump it high up and under into the pocket. Flying from the back was Warnock. Made a contest at ground level. Getting amongst the action was Maraca. And Wilson gets a clearing kick. Links up nicely with Jones. This sort of fell into his lap, Robbie.
But he got it okay, didn't he? Jones' kick's a good one. He finds Braden O'Hara. Plays on immediately. What does he like here? Taylor Nugent over the footy. And good pressure from behind by Matty Dustin. And it'll be thrown in. It's 2 centre wing. They've gone almost 12 minutes, Gus, for Blacklocks Wodonga this quarter. And we just had the 1 goal. A brilliant goal there from Jacob Conlon. Even the boundary umpire fumbled that one prior to hurling the ball back into play. And it'll be Callum Chris in the ruck, going up against Zach Bye. O'Hara got the crumbs. Kicked the ball towards forward 50. O'Sullivan, he's got a good grab. Yes, he has. He plays on. He goes short. He likes what he sees. And he's found as a beautifully weighted kick. It might be Riley Bice there, guys. And he's a nice little left footer. But young Connor O'Sullivan, Gus, the more you see this kid, you're just seeing composure. He doesn't panic. And he's got good hands.
Well, the thing I don't like, Robbie, is I reckon the Bush Rangers are playing him at the wrong end of the ground. He plays across centre-half back for the Bushies.
Yeah, he has been, hasn't he?
He looks damaging across the forward line for the Tigers.
So, Riley Bice at almost 13-minute mark comes in, 30 out, 45-degree angle, and he's missed it to the right-hand side. So he hooked it as a left foot up. Gussie, through for a minor score, 1-1-7. Exactly 13 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. And on the Steel Line scoreboard, Gus, it's 7-0 in favour of the Tigers.
Now, the young scoreboard attendants of the Albury Tigers have...
Got a bit aggressive, didn't they?
They went a little bit hard, Robbie.
Ooh, Reedy will chip him over that.
I think so.
They're going to put 2 goals up.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can tell they support the Albury Tigers, can't you? That kick's going to come back fairly quickly as Hodgson intercepts and he finds Jones. Across the left half forward, darts the eyes in the pocket in the common direction, and he takes a good mark out in front of Matt Dussin, 40 metres out, caught directly in front.
Gus, they're going to get that kid a little ladder over there in the scoreboard, the poor little bugger. He's 5 foot and trying to reach about 10 foot.
Well, you could see what was going to happen there. There was a big gap there for Conlon to lead into. One of the Myrtleford players probably could have dropped in the hole there because you could just see what was going to happen. Yep. And, he's going to straight in front for a shot at goal.
So he's kicked 34 to date in season 2022 and already won today. Jacob Conlon from directly in front. The goal umpire's got to work for it, but the boy from Griffith's got 2, and so do the Albury Tigers. They lead 2-1-13 to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, yet to score on the Steel Line scoreboard as we go boundary side. Our favourite pub, the Newmarket Hotel with Chris Mitchell.
I'm your favourite pub.
Well, you're representing my favourite pub and you're my favourite boundary rider, Chris.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, you have to say that because I'm here today. But, Myrtleford, I thought they were a little bit better around the ball just before. But, on the scoreboard, obviously, haven't got a score at all yet today. But just need to get the likes of Sammy Martin and Del Bosco getting their hands on first use of the ball here.
Kelly got the tap. Del Bosco will get his hands on the footy, Chris Mitchell. Got it back to Benny Paul. Paul kicks to half forward. Capillari leads the race the ball. Good inside handball. Bottom McMenamin there was good. Daniel Cross marks between half-back and centre wing. And when he comes back into the side, I just reckon it must make players just grow several inches. Cross down the line. Didn't see anything he liked in particular. And the mark's taken by Conlon. Plays on immediately. Kicks it to one-on-one. Look at this. O'Sullivan used his body for a young bloke superbly and ran into an open goal. He played on. That's all class, Gussie. That is a Sunjang goal of the day contender. And it was almost an ultimate fastest tough nut of the day award for a young bloke. His physicality can show. That was fantastic. Connor O'Sullivan kicks the Tigers third. It's 19-0.
He's got a bright future ahead of him, doesn't he, Chris? He's got one more year of Bush Rangers footy to go. He's only 17, only just got his licence. I reckon this boy's destined for bigger things in the Albury Sports Ground.
No doubt about it, boys. And obviously his key position play is really good above his head, but how good is his ground level work as well? And that wasn't a great ball in from Jacob Conlon, but just pushed his opponent off the ball, knew where it was going to land and run onto an open goal.
The Saints need to lift. They need to lift pretty quickly as Miles gets his hands on the footy, but Dustin intercepts and gets it up towards centre half forward. Good use of the body, sharp on the opposition player there, and Sean Daly going to come in fairly quickly by Ben Paul. True centre of the Albury Sports Ground. They go out wide and they're playing methodical football. The Alpine Saints play on now and kick it deep inside forward 52 a contest. Sharp's where they want to go, but Conlon and Wilson make a good go of it at ground level. Kelly, handball's out. Aylett's got some work to do for the Alpine Saints. He's met nicely by Garlett. As Aylett darts the eyes inside forward 50. It's a hot football here. Pinball's back out towards Austin Wicks. Aylett head over the football, toe poked it forward. Conlon gets his hands on the footy for the Tigers. True centre wing and goes inboard, Robbie.
He does. It's 2-on-1 here. Myrtleford might be a chance, although ball's going to fall out cross with courage. Just tap the ball forward. Reese Grant's at halfback. Handball release to Curtis was okay. Centre wing contest. Wilson, brilliant. Brought the ball to ground. Mitch Scott hunts after it. Owers is there. Owers got the handball nicely. Now the Hourigan gave up ground. Got it to Curtis. The kick's going to be good. Booker was after the footy there. He applied the tackle. It might be okay. Unthank was under a bit of pressure. Now the handball floats to Hodgson. Hodgson off the left foot. High up and under. They got the numbers, the Saints here. The bounce will be critical. It bounces inside the line, but it bounces straight back over. And it'll be a boundary throw in. Good attacking position here for the Tigers, Gus. 25 around from their goal. They lead 19-0. 17.5 minutes gone for Blacklocks Wodonga.
Gus McLeod, Chris Mitchell and Robbie McKinlay with you on O&M Live. The boundary umpire is going to bring this one back into play in the entrance pocket of the Albury Sports Ground. One umpire O'Sullivan in the ruck. Needs some support from the Tigers cavalry. but it doesn't quite arrive, and we'll ball the footy up, and the ball's in the hands of Bryden Hodgson, who's playing forward, Robbie.
Yeah, and it's good forward pressure too. One thing the Tigers do, they've done it for years. They are one of the best tackling sides in the competition, Gus.
Nice ruck work there once again from O'Sullivan. The umpire's found a free kick here. It's going to go the way of the Albury Tigers, and it's Anthony Miles who's going to be the recipient. Umpire Jason Rains found a free kick here, Robbie.
No,
I don't know what for.
Umpire Hayden Pearson was a non-official.
Hayden?
It was about 50 metres away, wasn't it?
It was a high, it probably, fair enough, it was a high tackle, accidental, but it did go high. And Pearson had a good look at it, I guess.
So Anthony Miles, I tell you what, Robbie, I know we've only played 19 minutes in the first quarter. I reckon you can rule Myrtleford out if Miles kicks this one for the rest of the day. Anthony Miles comes in from 35 metres out and he's hit the stick.
Lucky it's still going to be game on, boys.
Thank God for that.
No, you're right, though, Gussie. It's been a really terrible start by the Saints. But Albury, they always play better at home, but their tackling pressure and their intensity around the foot is getting the job done at the moment.
It's bred into them. If you play for Albury, you know how to tackle. It's Grant. Got a short kick from Dustin. Handball now to Del Bosco. Del Bosco didn't have a lot of options, and he's kicked it to a bit of a hit and hope. Jeffy Garlett has marked. A beautifully well-weighted kick finds O'Hara. This time he marks it. Plays on. Swings around on the left foot. Kicks okay. O'Sullivan gets it again. He's just playing him on a break at the moment, the young fella. Plays on. Thumps it long. What are the options? At the back, keep an eye on cross-eye. Well-read Simon Curtis. Took a good grab and kicked it beautifully towards Benny Paul. Although the ball will have to stay in. Miles applies the tackle. Paul got rid of it. I think it'll go out over the boundary line. No, Miles does get it over the boundary line in the end, Gus. And he'll flick it in. You're having some trouble with your binoculars there, young man.
They just broke, Robbie.
Oh, no.
I just had a lens break.
Oh, you've cast a plate.
I'll tell you what. That is not good for a commentator with bad eyesight. Dustin in the ruck takes it out of the contest and pumps it long down the line. And this is where the Alpine Saints have been letting themselves down. Wallace on top of the football.
Free kick
the
there too.
Umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go the way of
They
Daly.
can't win the ball across half forward, can they? They just keeps coming back with a bit of twice as quick as it goes in there.
Malachi Owers intercepts for the Alpine Saints. With some assistance from his face there, Robbie, in that mark. As he kicks down the line nicely, and he finds Caparelli. True centre wing broadcast side comes out wide to Brodie Riccardi. Handballs over the top to Martin. Was poor. He's got to work for it. Gets it on the boot inside forward 50. Great defensive work at the back of the pack from Max Byrne to concede a boundary throw in 45 metres out from the Saints goal.
Capillari, boys, a very good Myrtleford name.
Yeah.
So the Tigers lead this one 3-2-20 to the Alpine Saints, yet to score. 21 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock.
Sharp on the tap, crosses at the foot of the pack, and he taps it, and under it might have been young Wallace. And he's tackled the ground. Just good. Sammy Martin's handball there was just a good example. It wasn't clean, and it put his teammate under pressure. Instead of grabbing the ball clean and having a chance to spin and turn, he had to then worry about collecting the ball under a little bit of pressure. Just the little things like that. Yep. Luke Daly, good pressure, good feed out there towards Garlett. Garlett kicks it high. Dustin said, you go. His mate looked at him and said, no, you go. Here's a chance here for Riley Forrest. Come on the ground. Handball's not a good one. Mitch Scott, nice and clean with the footy. Kicks it towards Conlon and Sharp. Sharp misses a chest mark. Conlon might make him pay. He doesn't. He misses to the left-hand side. And there again, it's just a great example of one side's clean with the ball. One side at the moment's not. Chris Mitchell.
No, you've hit the nail on the head. Myrtleford are really fumbly, and it might be that perceived pressure as well that Albury's putting on. But, they keep getting their hands on the footy, but they keep turning it over because they're putting their team out under pressure. So, then it's coming back with a fair bit of venom the other way. But Myrtleford just need to slow it down a little bit, get their hands on the footy, be a bit more methodical, and because it keeps breaking down across half forward as well, and it keeps coming back.
Buka inboard, links up with Martin, true centre wing, clubroom side, and he comes inboard. It's a nice looking kick. That's what you asked for, Robbie. Some clean footies. The ball's in the hands of Riccardi. Got to get rid of it quick and go inside forward 50. That he does. He kicks long in the Warnock direction, and it falls nicely to Declan Bren, who crumbs on goal and gets a much needed major for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and they draw their first score on the Steel Line scoreboard with a major. And they trail the Albury Tigers 3-3-21. The Alpine Saints won straight. Boundary sign Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Riccardi just pulled the kick a little bit too, didn't he, into the 40-50 there, waiting for a better option. But, fell through Warnock's hands, and Bretton was Johnny on the spot there and got a much-needed goal there. That's the first for the Saints. But, a little bit better play. They seem to be getting enough through the middle there, but they're not giving their forwards much opportunity to kick a goal.
Pretty ruthless, the Tigers, and they'll probably in the review, they'll look at McGrath, who missed a tackle then. We're just talking about how well they tackle. McGrath, he got brushed off by Riccardi.
That's the commentator's curse, Robbie.
Absolutely. Now, Miles. Gee, that was clever by the boss. Miles' kick to half forward's good too. And he's found Hodson, who took a really good grab. Low to the ground. He spots up an option. He sees Daniel Cross. Cross will see Garlett. He said, no, I'll go short. And there's McGrath. So McGrath, he started in the middle of the ground. This is confidence. A young fella. He ran forward to the play. The moment he could see him winning the ball in the middle, and he's ended up no on ball or anywhere near him. It wasn't a defender's job. McGrath made his space, and he's going to have a shot from goal, 35 out directly in front.
And this is what Myrtleford needs to get better at knocking out of their game. When they score, Robbie, they're just going to get converted against very quickly.
Now, Buckets here, he's almost like Pythagoras there on the mark. He's just getting young McGrath to move 2 millimetres. 2 millimetres he moved. McGrath comes in and he says, doesn't worry me, Buckets. I'll just whack it through the middle that sticks like that. Good finish from Isaac McGrath. He bounced back quickly. He missed a tackle we mentioned not long ago. Well done, young man. He's come back and put it through. 4-3-27. One straight 6. The Tigers lead. We've gone about 24 minutes, Gus.
We'll go around the grounds thanks to Mr. Stove's Pool World. Wangaratta 46 to North Albury. Yet to score. No live scoring available between Yarrawonga and the Rovers. Lavington, they're dominating Wodonga. 20 to the Dogs, yet to score. And Cora Rutherglen lead by 18 points over the Raiders. Here at the sports ground, 27 plays, 6 favouring the Albury Tigers. As we ball the footy up in the centre once again, we've played 24 and a half minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Kelly to do battle with Crisp in the ruck. Riley Bias goes on the inside and finds his left. High up and under in the Taylor Nugent direction, who brings it to ground level. Then crumbs his own football. Back to Miles. Links up nicely with Cross. Inside 50 via O'Brien. Sits in the hole nicely to Simon Curtis. Wants to exit and goes long down the line. Sharp's got to fly high and makes a solid contest. The Tigers have numbers at ground level via Bice, who kicks long, but kicks inaccurately. And it goes out of bounds on the full. Simon Curtis, the former Lavington coach, will bring it back into play.
And it's dropped, just a simple mark drop there by Aylett. And another mark, a poor kick, clumsy stuff. Great tackle by Hodson. Oh dear, they are not on their game at the moment, the Alpine Saints. Just mistake after mistake. And if you do it against Albury, who are very clean with the footy, they'll make you pay. As Chris has the ball at half back. And they were from experienced players there.
Well, Dustin and Aylett, one's played AFL and one's arguably the best player in the comp.
One's a champion. A handball out the back by Wilson was good. He got out to Unthank, and now under pressure here was Wallace. The siren sounds, you'll hear that one in the background. A dominating quarter from the Albury Tigers. 7 scoring shots to 1. They lead 4-3-27 to 1 straight 6. Gus McLeod, and ominous signs unless the Saints can tidy things up a bit.
It certainly was. It was the first quarter won by the Albury Tigers thanks to Blacklocks in Wodonga. We'll take a break and dissect it on the other side. You're listening to O&M Live on 1494 2AY, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Ground up.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE. Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Welcome back to the Albury Sports Ground. Quarter time in R&M Live Match of the Day sees the Albury Tigers hold a comfortable lead over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints at the first break. 4-3-27 to Myrtleford. One straight. Gus McLeod, Roy McKinlay and Chris Mitchell with you on O&M Live and the Optus Quarter's Best. Thanks to your local Optus stores, Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta. Well, slim pickings for the Alpine Saints, Robbie. Malachi Owers and the former Lavington coach in Simon Curtis to judge the best players in that quarter there for the Travellers. And whilst for the home side, Anthony Miles at his best once again. Jacob Conlon popping up with two majors. And, of course, Connor O'Sullivan, the youngster, Robbie, playing some sensational football as just a 17-year-old kid.
Very impressive young fella. Hey, Gussie, just for Ray White, rural netball around the ground earlier on today in our O&M Live Facebook match, it was Tigers 65, Myrtleford 40, Lavington 30, Wodonga Bulldogs 14, Magpies 21, North Albury 10, Corra 49, Wodonga Raiders 34, and Yarrawonga 24 lead, Wangaratta Rovers 11.
Well, cross-boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, I started listening to the Myrtleford huddle, Gussie, and couldn't hear a bloody thing. So I then had to go over to Albury, and Milesy was pretty fired up. And the key message there that I got was the back six, and he reckons they've been the best, stingiest they've been all year, the back six, and that's causing the middle centre of the ground turnovers. And that's been the key so far, and something he wants to see continue in this second quarter.
Not too far away from getting underway in the second quarter, thanks to Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. The quarter-time score sees the Albury Tigers 4-3-27 to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 1 straight 6 as the spectators slowly trickle off towards the clubroom side of the ground. And Robbie, a quick around the ground thanks to Mr. Stowe's Pool World before we get underway.
Wangaratta 52, North Albury 2. No score. We got the Yarrawonga Rovers. We believe it's 1 goal apiece. Lavington 19, Wodonga 7. And Cora Rutherglen 30, Wodonga Raiders 13. Take it away, Angus McLeod.
Thanks, Robert McKinlay, for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Great to have your company on 1494 2AY. The umpire holds the footy aloft and we're underway in the second quarter. Ben Kelly hands on the football and palms it nicely in the bias direction. Coming off the square nicely was Aylett on hands and knees. Crisp, a big tackle applied on him, pinballing around at ground level, and we should ball the footy up as it spills out nicely. Paul.
Free kick, I reckon it's an incorrect disposal, Gussie.
I think so, Robbie. Nonetheless, it's going to go the way of the Alpine Saints in the hands of Kurt Aylett on the edge of the centre square. Comes inboard nicely. Links out with Del Bosco. Switches the football out wide. Riley Sharp, or Brady Sharp, I should say, to Simon Curtis. And this is much better from the Alpine Saints. They're playing methodical, Robbie. They're chipping the football around. And they're starting to get some clean possession as they kick the ball long down the line. The Saints have the football. True centre wing, clubroom side of the Albury Sports Ground.
Yeah, Riley Sharp has it. A drop mark there.
Commentator's
by young
curse.
Capillari. He's turned it over. So inside handball comes to Sean Daly. Daly gives the ball back to Benny Kelly. Now he pinpoints Miles. Miles, the coach for Albury, kicks the ball to half forward. Hodgson held front of the ground. Handball, Bryce knocked off the footy. Here's a chance to turn over here for the Saints. They're going to be clean. They've done well. Owen's got it. Left foot kick. Tumbling into half forward. Wilson sits under it. Can't control the footy. Chance here for Lucas Conlon. He'll decides to play on. Kicks down the line. McGrath's going to go out of drive. Took a good grab. Played on immediately. Kicks nice too. Middle part of the ground. McMenamin, Hodgson. Hodgson goes short. Kick's going to be good. Scott got it knocked away from him. Falls back towards Scott. Might have got one high. Got it back to Garlett. Garlett kicks it in towards Conlon. Ran around. Left foot kick. Snaps. Top of the goal square. And it's marked by Wicks. Last line of defence for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They trail 27-6.
Yeah,
We've just started second quarter action.
Sorry, Robbie, they're going to defend deep from their 50 there. But Bryden Hodgson, we've already seen that great move to put him forward. He's just a really clean user of the ball and doesn't waste his disposal. So he's been important so far for the Tigers.
Murray Waite applies a good tackle and wins a free kick for the Alpine Saints across the left half-back flank. Not many options present for Murray down the line, so he's going to stop and prop as the umpire calls him to play on. He kicks long in the Sharp direction. Free kick, whistle. It's a high. It's against Riley Sharp, and it's going to go the way of Jesse Wilson.
Weren't they?
So Daly comes inboard to McMenamin. Across true centre half back for the Albury Tigers. Finds his right, goes in the cross direction. Working hard, it was Martin, ground level. Riley Bice, fresh off GWS's VFL list, and he goes towards O'Brien. Ducks under a tackle and handballs over the top to Bice. 55 from home, finds a left boot and kicks in the Conlon direction. Can't quite mark, but he can kick the goal. Jacob Conlon from point blank range kicks his third and the Albury Tigers fifth. And it's just too easy for the boys in black and gold.
Absolutely. Mark another one, Gussie, on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. 5-3-33. Myrtleford 1 straight 6. And Conlon does that well. His third goal, but when the ball hits the deck, Gussie, he plays it like a rover. Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Spot on. Hurigan did really well to spoil Conlon, but then as soon as the ball hit the ground, he found himself in the wrong spot. And Conlon was just too clever and was able to use his body and get in the right spot and snap truly from about a metre out. So, they can't give him too much space, but he's done the damage when the ball's hit the ground today. Yeah,
if you just go back to Daniel Cross got the foot in the middle part of the ground there, an elite handball. He got it to his inside runner, just set them up superbly. And Bice runs at the footy. Good pressure from Jones. Riccardi was okay. Handball to Curtis. Easily been the Saints' best. Pump the ball long. Can they get Warnock to take a grab? Ball comes to ground. Chance here for Riley Booker, but the fist was so good from behind by Lucas Conlon. It's gone through for a minor score, Gussie. 1-1-7 the Saints. They trail the Tigers 5-3-33. We've gone a couple of minutes into the second quarter. And we're doing it for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
And that's the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, Robbie. We love the guys from CMV Truck and Bus. As the football comes out towards Ben Kelly over the top. Bit too much on it for Wilson. Dustin comes through like the Southern Aurora, and his kick was smothered off the boot. Hodgson in a 1-2 with Garlett as Hodgson kicks long down the line. Good mark by O'Hara. Copped a bit of attention off the football. Gives a dish and go to Hodgson, who pumps it inside forward 50. It's a mongrel-looking pump, but it might work out favourably as Riccardi has some strong defensive work to do. Malachi Owers under pressure in the goal square. Connor O'Sullivan prevails. Links up now with McGrath, who kicks on goal. And it's to the near side for a minor score. So the Albury Tigers increase the lead, 5-4-34 to the Alpine Saints 1-1-7. It's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Early stages of the second quarter. And Simon Curtis will kick in from full-back for the Saints.
He will. Scoring shots to 2, isn't it, boys? It's just an avalanche of forward 50 entries at the moment. And how long can the Saints hold on?
Thumping kick by Curtis. It is gone well into the second half of the ground, but there's going to be a free kick. Advantage rule played here. Chance for Murray Wade. Have one bounce. Murray Wade could have a second. Shot on goal, and he's pushed it to the right-hand side. His whole body weight actually sort of moved on him just as he's kicking, Gussie, and he... Well, in the end, he missed it by a couple of metres, but probably could have taken another bounce. Even drawn the opponent, the defender, and handball over the top to the teammate. But when you're not confident, that's the sort of mistakes you make.
And what he didn't do was improve the angle either, Robbie. So he probably could have run into the middle of the ground and even snapped it. So, yeah, big let-off there for the Tigers.
The Tigers lead by 26 points on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Yeah, they've got to take those opportunities, Gussie, haven't they?
Crisp kicks dangerously and bices up to the challenge. Finds his left to a one-on-one inside forward 50. Conlon and Sharp, and well done, Brady Sharp. Good use of the body against Conlon, who's running hot. And they chip the football into the back pocket and link up nicely. Ball's in the hands of Del Bosco. Over the top now. True centre wing of the clubroom side. He goes over the top in a 1-2 with Curtis. The trusted right footer goes inside forward 50 to Warnock. Good mark.
Great
the
mark.
Boy from Benalla outstretched against Lucas Conlon. And this is a must-kick goal for Warnock.
What about Simon Curtis? Just clean with the ball. And he stands out like a beacon for Myrtleford at the moment. When he's got the footy in hand, he's just so clean with it. We see how far he kicks it. Simon Curtis goal if they kick this one, Gussie.
So Warnock back into the side from the past player's pocket here at the Albury Sports Ground. And that one only just troubles the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. It's through for a minor score. The Alpine Saints trail 1-3-9 to the Albury Tigers 5-4-34. Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
Too far out for goal to try that style of kick. I know it's in the modern game these days, that kick across the body. When you're 40 metres out, very hard to perfect that kick. Go back and kick a drop punt. It's worked pretty well about 110 years of footy to drop punt. I don't see why you just don't keep using it in that situation. Gus Cross with courage, took a good intercept mark, got a handball to Wilson. Wilson got O'Brien. His but Luke Daly was chopped out. Here's a chance. Chris, handball was good. Back to Capillari. Now they're going to go short. Can they get numbers here? Declan Bren had a swing and a miss at it. Crosses there to mop up. Got it to Luke Daly. Intercepted by Riccardi. Take him on, Brady. He did. Riccardi goes long. That's better, Saints. That's what we want. A little bit of conference. Brody Riccardi smashes out and through for a Sunjang goal of the day contender. 5-4-34, 2-1-13. That's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Chris Mitchell for the Newey. That's much better.
Yeah, real team lifting goal, but it was all about the confidence. He had the options on the outside, but said, no, stuff you blokes. I'm going to kick one truly and keep us in this contest. So great work there and a bit of experience shown by Brody Riccardi.
So it brings the margin back to 20 points. And all of a sudden, Robbie, you just feel like the Alpine Saints are working their way into this contest. They can get one or two goals here and get on a run. They can bring themselves back into the contest on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Buys in the ruck for the Albury Tigers and brings it down to ground level. Does his own crumbing work as Miles clears defensive lines and gets the football up towards the half-forward line. Taylor Nugent pushed off the footy. The umpire said nothing in it. Jones went in on her hands and knees, and the football spills out now to Riccardi, who kicks long down the line. Daly showed some courage but didn't have enough clean possession. Inside forward 50, the ball goes from Capillari to a one-on-one in the goal square. Lucas Conlon, the boy from Griffith, stands tall. Handball's back over the top. Wilson, the captain for the Albury Tigers, finds his left. Over the top to Miles. He darts the ball inboard to Mr. Reliable. Sean Daly at true centre half back.
He goes wide. Sean Daly. Kick wasn't 100% spot on, but it's okay. Maxie Burns there. Chips it to a 2-on-1 contest, and Kurt Aylett marks for the Alpine Saints. Plays on the middle. I think they've got to do a bit more of that, Gussie. You've got to take the game on. They just can't sit back and wait. Chris Reece Grant has it. Left foot kick. It's not a good one. Capillari got it. He did well, the young fella. Handball was good. Sam Martin, run with the football, Martin. Now he draws a handball. Here's a chance for Sharp. Goes short. Kick over the top. Have a look at the Tiger numbers. They fall back here. Byrne leads in the charge. Off the left foot. Goes short. And he finds Jeff Garlett half back for the Tigers. They lead at 34-15.
Around the ground, so Mr. Stove's Pool World. Quarter time in the Toolangatta District Football League, and Yakandanda hold a 1-goal lead over the Chiltern Swans, I should say, in a do-or-die game for Yakandanda. Over the top, across the left half-back flank is Sean Daly, and he kicks long down the clubroom's wing. Intercepted nicely, or marked, I should say, by Byrne. Not many options present, so he's got to chip it over the top to O'Hara. Favours his left boot, but he ignores and finds Cross. Inside forward, if he goes Cross, O'Sullivan made a good contest and brought it to ground level. Conlon working hard to come through. 50 metres out from the Tigers' goal. O'Brien gets amongst the action, and so does Jones, and will ball the footy up. 48 metres out from the Tigers' goal. 5-4-34 the Tigers of the Alpine Saints. 2-3-15 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
The time clock's not working, Gussie. Takes a bit of the edge off things, doesn't it? Over there in that electronic one.
We'll have a stab in the dark, Robbie.
Oh, about 12 minutes gone.
Probably right.
Thereabouts. There's a good fist by Conlon. Oh, quick hands. They just missed the chance there. Hodgson almost got it. Good defensive work there by the Saints. Oh, Riccardi's going to be good. He was. Kicks it. Sharp needs to take the mark. The ball came to ground. Now, here's a chance for kicked in quickly. Downfield to call, I reckon. And Daniel Cross will have a shot on goal. He will. Is going to go the way of Daniel Cross. Probably 40 metres out, very tight angle, about 10 metres in from the boundary line.
It's just on his range too now, Robbie, I reckon, for Cross. He can't kick much further than that.
Yeah, he doesn't
Never been a long kick, has he? So
doesn't want to extend it too further, Mitch.
He might look to pass this one off, I reckon, but he's lining up like he's going to kick it.
Slightly into the breeze too, Robbie.
And he'll use a drop punt, boys.
Old school.
Yeah, oh yeah. Common sense approach, Gus. Daniel Cross, 42 metres out, kick on the way. It sits it up. Can it swing back with the breeze? No, it doesn't. It started right and it didn't come back. 5-5-35. Aubrey, Myrtleford 2-3-15. That's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. And Gus, we've gone 13 and a half minutes.
Around the ground, so Mr. Stove's Pool World at the JC Low Oval in Yarrawonga. 16 plays 8, favouring the Pigeons. As the ball comes out towards the true centre wing broadcast side position, it's in the hands of Kelly. Handball was smothered by Wilson. Riley Sharp, some work to do for the Alpine Saints. Daly overran the football. It was Sean. On hands and knees, true centre of the Albury Sports Ground. McMenamin wins possession for the Tigers and kicks dangerously across the ground. The cross is up for the challenge. Finds his left boot and kicks in the O'Hara direction. Brings it to ground level. Sam Martin got taken in a high tackle for the Alpine Saints.
He was going to be holding the ball, but just got one across the shoulders there.
He goes out wide. And great call there from you, Chris Mitchell, for the Newmarket Hotel. He wanted to take it on without the high tackle. He was in a bit of strife.
Del Bosco has the footy. He goes short and he finds Tom Capillari.
He's been pretty good, I reckon, guys.
He's a nice mover. Left foot kick. Penetrates. That might be a kick off the ground. Is it out of bounds on the full? It is. Free kick's going to go over the Tigers. So accidentally off the ground. And McMenamin has it at half back for the Tigers. They lead 35-15. McMenamin goes down clubroom side of the ground. He finds Daniel Cross.
Looks good, McMenamin, Robbie.
Yeah, he's a good little player. And I remember calling him here a couple of years ago in an under-16s grand final. I think he might have been playing at Paddy's at the time. So, yeah, it's just a lot of these boys coming through. Young McGrath. They play a lot of kids, Tigers. They don't often get recognised enough for that. They get under the radar a little bit on the detractors, sometimes who look through things in rose-coloured glass, Gussie. As O'Brien marks, and he kicks it very nicely to O'Hara on centre wing.
Finds his left boot, comes inboard, kicks dangerously. The Alpine Saints are up for that one. Dussin got clean bowled. Kelly got to work his way through a telephone box, and he kicks down the line, and it works out favourably for Bryden Hodgson. Just forward of true centre wing on the right boot, inside forward 50. Not his best kick. It just lands inside the paint. And then bounces out of bounds towards the netball pocket for a boundary throw-in. The Tigers lead 5-5-35 to the Alpine Saints 2-3-15 midway through the second quarter, thanks to Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
Yeah, inside forward 50 for the Tigers again. Kelly, tap. No real clearance from there, and it should be locked down. It will umpire Jason Rain says, give it to me, fellas.
Declan Brenn's just come back on the ground, Chris, so he does not look like he's moving well for the Newmarket Hotel.
And when he went back on the ground initially, he didn't look like he was moving well. So it might be a long day for Declan Brenn. But, don't want to hurt their rotations too early, obviously, by taking him off. But got that right calf heavily strapped.
They go forward now. Del Bosco runs onto a chain of handballs, kicks it deep, and Sharp, I think, Warnock took a good grab. Brenn now, he's getting close to the goal. He's running a little bit better. We often see
It's
that.
funny, that, isn't it?
Warnock now, he picks out a target. He goes long to Wait. Good work by Lucas Conlon. He judged it superbly, and he punted it through for a behind Gus. 5-5-35. Myrtleford at 2-5-17. And that's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Hodgson's had a great game, boys, but Lucas Conlon, has he been beaten at all yet? And Warnock's is no easy feat either, so having a great game there. And as Miles pointed out at quarter time, the back six has been fantastic.
Will Unthank in the scoreboard back pocket for the Albury Tigers. He's a nice-looking left foot kick, and that one's no exception. Links up with Lockie Taylor-Nugent, the man they call Smooth. Umpire calls him to play on that kick. Wasn't 15, but the umpire will pay it to Sean Daly.
Geez, I wouldn't like to be buying real estate off buckets.
Not at all. Links up nicely with Ben Kelly. The Tigers opting to play methodical. Following a bit of a score involvement from the Alpine Saints. Right foot kick from Kelly down the line to a contest. Conlon makes a go of it. McGrath gets on the hands and links up with Conlon. Conlon's handball was intercepted by Sharp, who's going to have to get it back once again. Martin on the left boot for the Saints. Links up nicely. The ball's in the hands of Declan Brenn. Chris O reckons he was cramping 3 minutes into the game. Kicks inside 50 in the White direction. Ball at ground level. White handballs over the top to Warnock. Finds his left. Kicks on goal. And kicks across the face for another minor score for the Alpine Saints. They move to 2-5-17 to the Albury Tigers 5-5-35.
Gus.
It's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
That's my binoculars out
And
on the...
Robert-
I'm going to catch them for you,
Robert has thrown his binoculars in rage
No,
at
I
people,
didn't.
Thrown
people
the
not
baby out with
kicking
the
drop
bathwater, haven't
punts.
you, Robbie?
They just dropped out. We'll have to get them later. I'll get Matty Fowler's just up in the box. I'll get him to hang his legs out the window and I'll get him to pluck them in. He's pinned him for running too far. Well, that's a different measurement than the bucket shoes before.
You would have seen it if you had your binoculars, Robbie.
That's right. I really miss them. So the free kick is going to go the way of Josh Maraka.
Use those if you want, mate. You might
Well, your
need some-
rules broken down. We're
Well,
having a bad
at
day.
least I've got them in the box still.
Maraka handball to Aylett. Aylett goes short. Can't find Sharp. It's 3-on-1 there. The fist goes the way of Ben Kelly. Low to the ground. Got it. Handball was okay to Miles. Miles got involved with 1-2 with Luke Daly. The two coaches handball into each other. Off to half forward. Riccardi went one way, went back the other. Handball. And Murray Wake slipped. Like my binoculars down the roof. And as he's just about to pick it, he fell backwards. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. So we've got no idea really, because
Let's say 18, Robbie.
yeah, about 18 minutes in the second quarter. And it's a 35-17 lead for the Tigers over the Alpine Saints.
And the special president has just come into the commentary box, Robbie, which we'll touch on at half time. And that's why we reckon the Albury Tigers are the best in the business. They bring it a hand-packed lunchbox for Robbie and I.
Is that why Fowles is up there?
That's why Fowles has come up into the box as well. Chris Mitchell right on the boundary for the Newmarket Hotel. As Cross has the ball across the back flank for the Albury Tigers with a high up and under kick. As McGrath brings it to ground level. Matt Dustin, the three-time BNF winner, goes inside forward 50. Sean Daly running towards the boundary line. Will be happy to concede a throw in here. And that he does. So the Tigers still lead this contest 5-5-35 to the Alpine Saints. 2-5-17 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. And if the Saints can get one more before the major break, Robbie, they're back in this contest.
It's just a bad pass there, wasn't it? That would have been a shot on goal. Here's a chance for Riccardi. He's normally pretty good around goals. He couldn't collect on this occasion. Sean Daly again finds the boundary line, or does he? Riccardi keeps it in. The boundary umpire Nelson Butterfield is Johnny on the spot, and he says, no, he overstepped the line, and he'll be thrown back in. So Gus will come in 40 metres around from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goals, and if they do get that one, all of a sudden the margin's just back to, you said, 2 goals.
So it comes back into play, sharp and by. At the back of the pack, falls nicely of Wallace. No, pushing the back. Umpire says nothing in it. And he's paid a mark here to Crisp, or he's paying the hold free kick. Regardless, the ball's in the hands of Ryan Crisp, or Callum Crisp, I should say. 80 metres from home, and he's going to pump this one deep into the pocket. It's in the Warnock direction, and Sharp comes through to meet the contest. Daly clears defensive lines on the left foot. And the ball falls into the lap of McGrath, who kicks dangerously over the top to Lockie Taylor-Nugent. He's got a contest to go, and that will be out of bounds on the full, I reckon. It came off his foot very late. I don't think the umpire saw that one, Robbie, and we'll bring the football right into play in front of Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Could nearly throw it in, boys.
Yeah, wasn't a great kick from Chris. He kicked it to the pocket.
Should have gone goal square.
Put the defenders under pressure. The Tigers defenders just love that sort of stuff. Sean Daly, they're masters of it. Cross works hard. A very congested pack of players. I'd blow the whistle and balled up. That's it, Buckets. He eventually blows his whistle and he'll throw it up. So this has been better from the Tigers.
Around the ground, some Mr. Stokes pool world. Lavington 44 to the Dogs 8. We all know how important that game is up against Myrtleford season, Robbie.
Yeah, massive game, that one. Now, here's a chance. Sammy Martin ran onto the foot. He kicks it inside forward, 50. While Warnock drops one low to his knees. And just little chances like that they've got to take. And Warnock was unable to get that. It wasn't an easy mark. It was a tough one. But he would have had a shot from 45 directly in front. As umpire Bouquet. He flings it up. A lot of players around the ball here. Can the Saints get one here? The tap by was good. Handball back to Riccardi, intercepted. Long kick, thumping kick. Chance for Sharp. He's going to beat Conlon. Oh, Sharp! Oh, he's not going to be paid that one. Need to hold it a little bit longer. The Tigers are going to get out of trouble here by Unthank, who took a good mark on his chest. Oh, so close, Gus. They've just had those little chances they haven't taken the most of.
Well, that's what separated these two sides.
It is, at the moment, yeah.
Unthank, exit defensive 50. 35-17, the Albury Tigers lead on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard as we tick over 21 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock.
They've dominated possession, haven't they? Inside forward 50, the Saints haven't put it on the scoreboard.
Miles kicks long down the line for the Albury Tigers. Across the far side, O'Sullivan, nice handball in the Garlett direction. Inside forward 50, not his best kick. Conlon makes it look a lot better than what it was. Brady Sharp handballs dangerously, but Simon Curtis is up to the challenge. He switches the football to a one-on-one contest. Garlett's got some work to do. Finds his left boot, darts it into the pocket, and darts it in the cross direction. Makes a contest coming through as Conlon on hands and knees. McGrath back to cross, heard a voice in Garlett and found him. Garlett darts the eyes beautifully. Uncontested, Riley Bice, 30 metres out on a slight angle.
Poor defending there. They had Nugent and McGrath Bice by themselves, and the Saints were all array there in the back half there, and just made it too easy for the Tigers. Going to come in for a shot in a pretty good angle.
He had three options then, Gussie, didn't he? They could have raffled that
Lining
down to the
up,
Newmarket. Yep.
And it really, if he kicks this, what really puts the game not too far away, but Myrtleford really coming, and this is going to hurt.
Riley Bice, the Botanic Garden end of the Albury Sports Ground on the left boot. And he's pushed it across the face. So he's kicked two behind today as Riley Bice takes the Albury Tigers to 5-6-36. The Alpine Saints 2-5-17 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. And Robbie, the scoreboard attendance got the clock up and running, but it's a bit behind schedule.
Just 20 minutes late.
We've played 23 minutes.
We've all been
on
there.
the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock.
We've all been there and done that, Gussie. So Simon Curtis will bring the ball back into play. I expect to see this football land in the middle of the ground in about 5 or 10 seconds' time, Gus.
Riley Sharp, I reckon.
He'll play on.
Been their best player, probably, hasn't he, guys?
Best player on the ground, I reckon. Here comes Curtis, runs his full measure and drives it to the clubroom side of the ground. Comes to the ground, Dustin did well. O'Brien was good, got a handball back to Unthankle. Wasn't as clean. The quick, hurried kick by the Saints. Sean Daly provided a great shepherd for O'Brien. And
I don't know about that.
Going to go against him, so probably a little bit stiff there. So Daly will get the free kick at half-back, between half-back and centre wing, Gus, and he brings the ball back in the middle of the ground for a great kick. Finds Riley Bice.
It's a superb kick against the breeze. Bice darts the eyes to Alex Jones. 70 from home, finds the right boot. Beautiful kick to Conlon. O'Hara, I should say.
Bullet pass.
Absolute bullet. It would have taken the wind out of Braden O'Hara. He let out from full forward beautifully. And this shouldn't be any problem for the left footer. 40 metres out on a slight angle, Robbie.
This one will hurt, won't it?
He hasn't done a lot, but he only needs that little burst, Alex Jones, and can set his teammates up for a goal.
So Braden O'Hara to the Botanic Garden ends for the Tigers 6. The left footer kicks nicely. Goal umpire doesn't move an inch. Straight over his hat, and the Tigers move to 6-6-42. The Alpine Saints 2-5-17 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. As we cross boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel. That's a real dagger for the Alpine Saints. They've dominated this quarter.
Yeah, the ball's lived in their forward half, so they just haven't made the most of those chances. Jesse Wilson, Lucas Conlon, been outstanding, and Sean Daly as well. We shouldn't forget about him, and he's rarely beaten. Got another free kick there that helped set up that goal there for the Albury Tigers. But 6-2, it's going to be hard to come back, but the Saints have shown that they can match it with the Tigers today.
Yeah, just little things. They just missed opportunities. 50-50 balls, marks that they haven't been able to take. And it's just come back to bite them a little bit. Alex Jones, who did that bullet-like pass, took the footy on.
Too far.
He's going to be penalised for a fend-off, I reckon, Gussie, for a high fend-off. It's going to be Murray Waite. He's 50 metres.
50, yeah.
About 50 metres. So Murray Waite...
He's in range now.
He was 75 out. He'd come in. If Buckets does his mathematics right, he should be about 25 metres out.
Well, the way he was judging the 15-metre rule, Robbie, who knows?
He's been pretty generous with this one, I reckon.
Yeah, that's about where it should be, though. I reckon he's got that one just about right. So Murray Waite, they must kick this, Myrtleford. They need to get the quick reply.
Watch his weight in the kick, Robbie. You were very
he
big on
did.
that
He fell off the ball, but that was on the run, Gus. He might have lost his balance, but he's normally a pretty well-balanced young athlete, is Murray Waite. He comes in now, 30 out, directly in front, and he's pushed it to the right-hand side again, so the same side as he missed last time. 2 goals, 6-18. Myrtleford, 6-6-42. That was on the C&V truck and bus scoreboard. Gussie, that was a big chance missed right on the death of half-time.
Well, the Alpine Saints have only got themselves to blame as they head into the main change here at the Albury Sports Ground. Half-time, 6-6-42. The Albury Tigers lead the Alpine Saints 2-6-18. We'll take a break and bring you the half-time show on the other side. The Albury Tigers, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, live from the Albury Sports Ground on O&M Live. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE. Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
To O&M Live on 2AY.
Live radio at its absolute best from the Albury Sports Ground. Big shout out to Liam Scammell and Sam Hollis for fetching the binoculars off the roof. At the Albury Sports Ground.
Yeah, and sensational effort from the boys there because they went down halfway through that quarter, Gussie. I got a bit excited and chested them out onto the roof there, and then they were placed delicately halfway down. We were able to reach, and then I knocked my drink out, and it vibrated and it shook it all the way down to the gutter. Chris Mitchell, it was all happening that quarter, and that was just in the commentary box.
There's more action up here than there is down there at the moment. But how was that miss from Murray Waite? He's just lacked the confidence, isn't he, today? Two missed opportunities, golden opportunities there to get Myrtleford. If he kicks those two, they're right back in this game.
Yep.
But on the scoreboard at the moment, they're miles behind.
Well, it's just all about being clean, not only clean in those situations in front of goal, Chris, but the other ones that I think have cost them just as much. We saw a little mark. Nick Warnock had a chance to mark the ball 30 or 40 out. Look, it wasn't an easy mark. Against the wall, they've got a massive injury toll in front of them. They're trying their hardest. I was really encouraged what I saw that quarter. So, look, they're not out of this game yet. If they could just, they need to pick up the first couple of goals this quarter. You never know your luck.
And it's the confidence too, isn't it? At the moment, they're lacking that confidence to take the next step and really bring it up to Albury. But that scoreboard pressure needs to be put on straight away in this third quarter if they're any chance of coming back into this game. But it's a must-win game, Gussie, for their finals aspirations. And Albury's leaving the door ajar a little bit for them to come into the game.
I really think that second shot on goal for Murray Waite in that quarter, the set shot, if they kick that, the Alpine Saints are up and about going into the break. Now, I really think the premiership quarter will be dictated by the Albury Tigers. I think they're going to come out and they play methodical football and don't allow Myrtleford to play the way they want to play. They look a much better side. The thing that the Albury Tigers do, they can go from being restless in defence, win their hands on the footy and go bang. And when they pull the trigger, they go coast to coast with a vengeance, Chris.
Yeah, they're just able to release the pressure from defence too easily, I think, through Conlon and then through Sean Daly as well. Just those little chip kicks out to a Bice or a McMenamin or someone like that to relieve that pressure and then work the ball up the ground. That's the key to their game, Gussie. But their pressure around the footy's been outstanding.
I thought Riley Sharp got himself into the game when he worked up the ground, and I actually like Warnock a lot deeper, Chris.
Yeah, it makes Conlon a little bit more accountable, a little bit more sketchy. He doesn't have they can't outnumber Warnock 2-1 when it's so deep, when he's in that forward 50. And just they just need a little bit more supply in there, I think, through the likes of Sam Martin and Riccardi, who's been one of their better players as well. Obviously, Simon Curtis has been outstanding behind the footy, but when the ball's living in their back half, he can't hurt Albury on the other way. But when the ball's locked in the Saints 50, he has a chance to really do some damage.
Around the grounds, thanks to Mr. Stove's Pool World in the half-time break, sees the Wangaratta Magpies 86 to North Albury 20. Yarrawonga Pigeons have got on a roll and they lead 44 to 15, 6-8 to 2-3. That is a big talking point and a big story coming out of that game here. Lavington 46 to the Dogs 15 and Corowa Rutherglen 56 to Corowa 29. So results probably playing out the way we expected, Chris, but that margin is starting to increase ever so much for Yarrawonga.
Yeah, and Rovers, I know you've been pumping their tyres up pre-game as well, but they're on a little bit of shaky ground if Lavington keeps winning. And Myrtleford, we don't really know. They've got a really tough run home. But Rovers and Myrtleford, they really got to watch their backs with Lavington coming home with all guns blazing in the second half of the year.
Well, all of a sudden the equation goes, Rovers, can they sneak into the top three? If they get pumped here today and lose a couple more along the way, they're looking at potentially falling out of the three.
Yeah, what's the back half of the season? Who are their last 5 games against?
I don't have it off the top of my head, Chris, but they also have to face the Albury Tigers in the last game of the year. They have to take on the Wangaratta Magpies, I believe, and they've also got Yarrawonga as well. So it's going to be a really interesting run home. They're taking on Yarrawonga today, I should say. So it really is an interesting run home for them, Chris.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think that obviously their best is as good as anyone. They're starting to hit their straps, but Yarrawonga probably tells us a little bit more about them. Obviously, they don't need Williams, do they? He's going to return probably just before finals. But if we look at their next few games, the Rovers, obviously, Yarrawonga today, then they've got Myrtleford away at home, which is going to be a really 8-point game, that one, to see who can consolidate the spot in the top 4 or 5. After that, they've got Wodonga. Finish the season in the last round, the Albury Tigers. That's going to be a cracking.
They currently trail 42-18.
I think Simon Curtis needs to be on the ball. I don't know what you reckon, but I think it's a little bit of waste having him to the likes of, we saw a bullet pass there. And they don't have too many players that have great ball use like that. Brodie Riccardi's been really good. He's another one that's been a shining light as well. But they just need to make the most of their chances. They are. Half chances they're getting, they need to make the most of those to put some scoreboard pressure on the Tigers, because otherwise there's no chance of getting back into this game. Tigers over.
I think I'll turn the mic on, Chris. I really think the Albury Tigers, they played 2 very different styles of football. The first half they were dominant. They asserted their willpower and the way they wanted to play their game into the contest, versus the second quarter. The Alpine Saints dictated terms the whole way through, and they managed to kick 1 goal, 6, Chris. So that's 7 scoring shots and just failed to capitalise.
Yeah, well, that's how stingy the Albury defence is. And as Miles said, and we've touched on a fair bit, their back 6 has been outstanding all season. This is the best Miles has seen them play all year. If they continue that, they'll win this game. But they just need to restrict those chances for the Saints. And those forward 50 entries haven't been clear shots on goal. So those 6, they've pretty much been either rushed behinds or shots from on the run. So hardly any set shots and marks inside 50, which is really telling.
The Elders Rule half-time show, of course. Elders are a new local stockist of Polaris here on the border. You can catch them on Shoeback Street. Gus McLeod and Chris Mitchell with you here on O&M live from the Albury Sports Ground. And the half-time score sees the Albury Tigers 6-6-42 to the Alpine Saints 2-6-18. Of course, Chriso, we know what quality Albury can do, but I'd love to just see Myrtleford Alpine Saints come out at the start of this second half, put some more dominance onto the contest. Riley Sharp, come out and take a big grab. Riccardi, assert some more firepower into the contest. But not doing much. Dustin's been quiet. Murray Waite's been quiet. Declan Bren's been quiet. Kurt Aylett's been quiet. The big players of the Alpine Saints have been quiet.
That's probably a plus, isn't it? That they're not totally done on the scoreboard yet. You could name half a dozen players that haven't been performing to their best already. So they get a little bit more out of Murray Waite, a little bit more out of Aylett. I think Riccardi's been good. Curtis has been good. I think Hourigan's done some good things. He's not going to be their best player today, but he's done some all right as well. They need a little bit more out of the likes of Ben Paul as well. Those second-tier players need a lift, and they're right back in this game, but they need the first couple of goals.
Conlon's been well held by Brady Sharp, I feel, since that change. He's kicked 3 goals, but 2 of them have been crumbed from the top of the goal square. I really feel like Brady Sharp's, making a really good contest.
His second efforts are really good, aren't they? And that's where Conlon prides himself on. When the ball hits the ground, Conlon does some of his best work, wheels around on that left foot. He's a beautiful passer as well, so his score assists are right up there as well. But he's sort of they're a little bit one-dimensional, I reckon, going to Conlon at the moment. So where are the rest of their goals going to come from? Obviously, they've got a little bit of a lead already, so they've got a buffer they can rest their laurels on, but they need a few more scoring. I wouldn't dry the scoring up completely. That'll just open the game up for Myrtleford to come back in.
I want to throw a hypothetical to you, Chris. Matt Dussin, he's magnet. We know what a player he can be. He's been playing...
I was going to ask you that.
Well, he's going to be playing a mixture of roles. I reckon he plays ruck and one out in the goal square.
Yeah, rest forward.
Get Matt Dussin into the game. He's a superstar footballer. We know what he's capable of. We just got to get him more amongst the action, I reckon.
Well, the ball's spending a lot of time on the far wing. Would you even put him on a wing as that link-up player? You just want him around the ball. Wherever that ball is, he holds the key to Myrtleford hopes, not only in this game, but in the rest of the season, their chance of playing finals.
Well, what's going to happen will play out on the other side of the break. We'll take a break. It's the Elders Rural halftime show. All done and dusted on the other side. Third quarter action from the Albury Sports Ground. The Albury Tigers lead 6-6-42. To the Alpine Saints 2-6-18 here on O&M Live. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Ground up building.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor. Able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification, and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev, for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
On 2AY.
And welcome back to the Albury Sports Ground. We're not too far away from the second half. Recommencing. At present, the Albury Tigers lead 6-6-42 to the Alpine Saints 2-6-18. And it's the move we called for, Robbie, that hasn't been sung. Matt Dustin will continue to play in defence as the umpire holds the footy aloft. Third quarter, thanks to Agboss. You're listening to O&M Live.
Watching the game at home.
You don't see this very often, but a player has gone inside the square from out on the fringes. So the boundary umpire picked that one up. And it'll be Ben Kelly who thumps the ball. And your man Dustin takes a good mark at true centre half back for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They go into this quarter trailing by 4 goals to start the second half. Dustin's kick gets a lead from Del Bosco and he marks at half back. He goes short and he'll have to get there in a hurry. He does. Oh, geez. Come in late there with Shawnee Daly. Riley Sharp.
He's a bit ginger.
Took a good mark. And I'll tell you what, Gus, he was made to earn every cent of that one.
The back of the head just doesn't feel too good.
No, so it'll be a very ginger. Riley Sharp will kick the ball from half back.
Sean Daly, what a player he is. Applies some defensive pressure. And the Saints kick long down the line. Jesse Wilson, a sling tackle. Umpire said nothing in it. Jones handballs towards Miles. 1-2 with Wilson. Left foot torpedo pump towards centre half forward. Riccardi lost his footing. Should have marked as McGrath kicks to a one-on-one and it's O'Sullivan. Full stretch. Got a fingertip on it, but not enough. Out of bounds in the pocket for the Albury Tigers.
Just another 50-50 ball. And look, it was a tricky one. Bit of sun in your eyes, low to ground. Riccardi couldn't control it. And it fell the way of McGrath. But sometimes it's not your day. But they were able to hold out. Hit the post. He was under a little bit of pressure from his opponents, which was good, but gee whiz, I reckon Myrtleford would have been a bit dark on that one. The boundary throw-in was shallow. And Mitch, I reckon they would have been a bit filthy if the Tigers had to kick a goal.
It wasn't a very far throw at all, was it?
No.
He read it really well and got body side, but how did he miss it?
Well, he did in the end. It'll be Simon Curtis will bring it back in, Gussie, and that might be just a let off the Saints needed.
Maybe he should have done the drop punt like you suggested.
There was a push in the back there for the Alpine Saints on Dustin. The umpire ignores. Riccardi sits in the hole and he's met ferociously by Scott. And the umpire's found a free kick here. Chris, I can't work out what that was for.
Yeah, I think it was Ben Paul. Was it? Ben Paul, just rushed in and got cross high a little bit. But, yeah, I think he was a little bit stiff.
Bice to the top of the goal square. Has it got the legs? It does. Riley Bice just pumps it from downtown. And the Albury Tigers draw first blood in the third quarter. They move to 7-7 to the Alpine Saints 2-6. It's on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard.
Yeah, he was just eager to make a contest there. He was down on his knees and just copped him a little bit high. Probably a little bit lucky for a free, but how about the kick from Bice? He's an outstanding player. And, we might see him play for GWS a little bit more this season.
Would not be surprised at all.
He's a talent.
Yeah.
Probably flew under the radar, I'd say, Robbie, across the O&M.
Yeah, I think probably been overshadowed by so many stars in the Albury side over the last couple of years that this is his chance to shine. As Del Bosco got it out of the middle of the ground and went over the back of Unthank's head. Here's a chance. Capillari was good. Got it to Wait. Got it back to Capillari. Capillari's left foot's okay. And he finds Mitch Del Bosco. Oh, he's just inside forward 50. Mitch, don't think he'll have the journey. Off. He just decides to go long. Warnock might be the target. Flew high. Couldn't hold on to it. Here's a chance. Snap on goal. It's through. They've got the one. Declan Bren. The Bren gun's nailed it. He's got a couple. And that was a good reply. A badly needed one by the Saints, 25-point margin. Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah.
Well done, Declan Brent.
Yeah, it was a great contest by Warnock to spoil the ball. Lucas Conlon was right underneath the fall of it. And, Brent found himself in the right spot, right time. And as he was getting tackled through it on the boot and, came through with the goods. So a much-needed goal for the Saints. They need to string a couple together, be any chance in this third quarter.
I'd like Myrtleford to be a little bit more methodical going inside 450 as opposed to just bombing it.
It's not playing into their hands at all, is it?
The umpire throws it aloft in the centre of the Albury Sports Ground, and Aylett gets his hands on the footy, but he's met by a big tackle, disposed of it illegally, and Del Bosco pumps it on the left boot, inside forward 50. Here's a go for Waite. A little bit of Irish Gaelic stuff as he taps it in towards space. He's 50 from home, comes backwards to Capillari, back to Waite. There's a bit of spark about the Saints as they kick in the Warnock direction. Falls short of him. McGrath, bit of work to do. Miles, hot on his heels. Lucas Conlon exits defensive 50 nicely. Down the line towards Dustin. No free kick. Martin lowers the eyes inside 50. Wasn't a bad kick in the Wicks direction. Umpire said he didn't take the mark. We'll ball the footy up 40 metres out from the Saints goal. And there's a bit of spark about Myrtleford, Robbie.
Yeah, they're not far off it, Gussie. They just need a little bit of luck too. They probably haven't had the rub of the green so far today. Our kick off the ground, out of the ruck by Kelly was good. Picked up 30 metres. Hodgson brought the ball to ground. Here's a chance for Curtis. Good handball. Del Bosco. Gee, he's been good.
Busy, hasn't he?
He has been fantastic. High up and under, sitting underneath it. Sharp brought the ball to ground, and they'll take a little win out over the boundary line. So ball will spin back in. 55 out from the Myrtleford goal.
How's this for a 40-wing stat? Mitch Del Bosco, number 2 ranked in the competition for clearances, Robbie, across the whole season 2022.
He's got about 3 important ones already this quarter.
Yeah, already this quarter, hasn't he? So, boundary throw-in, Gussie, take it away, son. They just need the next goal now, the Saints.
Well, they could be onto something with Riccardi as he gets it on the right boot. And I'll tell you what, Robbie, what they're onto is an out-of-bounds on the full. So, it'll come back into play in front of the Terry Cross stand here at the Albury Sports Ground. And speaking of Cross, ball's in the hands of Daniel. 1-2 with Miles. Kicks down the line, intercepted by Riccardi in the long sleeves. Over the top. Myrtleford have the ball in hand, working hard. For that one is Wicks. Booker amongst the action. And we'll ball the footy up. And it's that last kick, that decisive kick, which is constantly letting the Alpine Saints down. They trail 7-7-49. So the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 3-6-24.
Around the grounds the AFL, Gussie. Adelaide lead Collingwood by 3 points. Old Sprinkles Free could be having a nervous time on the couch at home.
Well, Matty Griffith back in 2AY HQ. He'll be up and about. They'll almost sing the song if they're up by this much. The Adelaide Crows, Robbie.
Maybe not indeed. Here we go. Well, half back. The Tigers defend. We're unthanked. Intercepted by Sharp. Kick into the goal square. Was Warnock knocked off the footy? It's going to be a free kick and a mark. Either way you like. Played to Jesse Wilson. Looks like it is down there. Or Conlon.
He's Conlon, I think.
Yeah, sorry,
he's been outstanding. I think he's barely lost a contest all game.
Him and Wilson, they love those sort of similar hairdos. Gee, that's a good kick. Founds cross. Handball inside now to Miles. Miles. Quick off the mark. Kicks it to half forward. O'Hara missed it over the top. Reece Grant was okay. Handball over the top to Riccardi. Spun around. Miles intercepted. Clever. Got it on to Isaac McGrath. McGrath sees the lead. Decides he'll go longer. O'Sullivan, the young gun, up against Dustin. And Dustin.
Oh, geez,
I don't know about that. I thought it was a really good contest.
Yeah.
But O'Sullivan is going to be get the recipient of the free kick. 20 metres out, but he's on about a 45-degree angle. And it'll be interesting how the young fella goes about this. He's going to step out his line on goal. Will he go the drop punt or will he go the reverse kick?
I reckon he'll go the drop punt, Robbie.
Good on him. I like the lad even more. How about that?
Well, he hasn't kicked it yet, so...
No, I don't care, Gus. This is a breakthrough moment in the future of football. A drop punt. How about that? Put it through the guts, big fella. He's kicked it out of bounds in the full, I think. No, he's just snuck it in from behind. That'll do me, Gus.
It's all it deserved, boys. It wasn't a free kick.
Yeah, probably got the right result in the end. Anyway, but hey, that's showing you how well Conor O'Sullivan's going. They put Matt Dustin on him.
Well, I think that's a compliment, but I also think it's a compliment to his father, Jamal O'Sullivan. I reckon kicking bananas will be banned in the O'Sullivan household.
Yeah, the big soul.
Maybe partly because Sully couldn't kick one himself.
The boys run up Eastern Hill a fair bit, Gussie.
They're fit
Father
lads.
and son, mate. He puts in the hard work, Connor.
Best, or probably equal best on ground alongside Riccardi. For the Alpine Saints has been Simon Curtis with ball in hand, and he kicks the ball with precision.
He's been
and it
great.
falls in the lap of Dussin.
Simon Curtis today has been fantastic.
He's wound back the clock as the former Ainsley coach and the Lavington Panthers premiership coach to Riccardi on the edge of the 50 in defence for the Alpine Saints. Not much presents, so he lowers the eyes and kicks to Curtis once again.
As a kid, I used to love watching Mark Warbat.
Yes.
I loved watching Simon Curtis play footy. He's just a beautiful sportsman to watch.
So balanced, isn't he? Uses the ball really well too.
Yeah, he's just class.
So Buka, not much to kick to, so he's got to go high. And he's got to go long, and it's an up and under. Flying across was Wilson. Left it at ground level. G. Waite's got some pace out of the contest. Toe pokes it in towards his own favourable direction. On hands and knees, getting involved in it is Sean Daly. Pinballing around and will ball the footy up. So the Alpine Saints, they've done well. They've gained some valuable yardage, and they're 60 metres out from goal.
Yeah, they need to get one here, Gus. It would just get them back. The margin at the moment is 26 points. Here they go. Kick in. Quick one.
What a mark.
He took a good grab. We weren't critical, but we said in the first half, second quarter, that he could have taken a grab. That one was even tougher.
That was a slips catch, that one, Robbie. You would have liked that one.
We talk about Mark Waugh and second slip. That's the type of Mark Waugh catch. And Nick Warnock, who dare I say, because, geez, I've jinxed a few this year, but he is normally a beautiful kick in front of goal.
Robbie.
I hate doing it to him. But Nick Warnock, this is a big kick in the game.
They need a bit of luck, and they had it there, guys. So, if they're right back in this game if they get this one.
30 out, directly in front. Warnock comes in, and he's hooked it.
That'll do you, Robbie.
And I'm done, Gus.
I'd say that's your day
done.
Hang up.
3 goals, 7 Myrtleford. Tigers 7 goals, 8. And that's on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. And we're doing this one for Agboss, Gus. And I don't know what I'll do. I might go and plough a crop or something.
Plough a crop? Don't know what you'd be able to plough this time of the year, Robbie. Don't know if you're worth much of the money.
I'd bomb the bastard, wouldn't I?
You'd probably find a way to jinx that as well. O'Hara, beautiful looking kick in board to Conlon. Jacob plays on. One-on-one O'Sullivan.
What a kick.
Great
Precise
kick.
Football from Conlon.
What a kick.
Who links up with his twin tower in attack in Connor O'Sullivan.
Jones in the second quarter, Mitch, and we just saw that one there. Just beautiful passing with the football.
On his non-preferred too, wasn't it? Yeah, on his right boot. It was just a bullet pass. And, O'Sullivan didn't have much choice but to mark it, did he? So he's going to line up for a shot at goal here.
35 metres out on a 45-degree angle. This kid is class. Remember the name Connor O'Sullivan. In 2 years' time when he's playing on the MCG.
Oh, Gus.
You won't see him at the Albury Sports Ground for much longer. Connor O'Sullivan's kick 2. And the Albury Tigers extend their lead. 8-8-56 to the Alpine Saints, 3-7-25. We've played 12 minutes in the third quarter thanks to Agboss.
Gus has put a bit of pressure on him, Mitch, for the Newmarket Hotel.
Oh, it's hard not to like everything he brings to the game, isn't he? It's just beautiful mover, beautiful kick. The umpire didn't even move there, so great above the hands and below the knees. So he's going to be a bright future ahead of him.
And Brady Sharp's coming back on the ground, and I think he's not going to go to Conlon. He's going to go to Conlon. So back in the middle now. For now, Jabosco again. Got a little one to Martin. Martin kicks it. Capillari flies high. Here's a go for Wallace. Wallace was tackled immediately, had nowhere to go, had to handball. McMenamin was okay. McMenamin, free kick's going to come back. It's going to go the way of Luke Daly.
Robbie, around the ground, so Mr. Stove's Cool World. Sam Murray has been taken from the ground for the Wangaratta Rovers, which what appears to be a horrific hamstring injury.
Wow, that's not good news, is it? Geez, Sammy Murray ain't. We'll monitor that one post-match, no doubt, as Jesse Wilson got a free kick or a mark, whatever you like. Here's a go. Conlon with strength. He knocked Sharp out of the road as if he wasn't there. Played on immediately. Big chance here. Dustin back with courage and took a good grab. Typical Matt Dustin stuff. He plays on off the half-back. Gussie, the Tigers lead by 31.
Yeah, we did question putting him back in defence in this quarter, but he's been outstanding already and just find himself at the right spot at the right time. And that time he's just went back with the flight of it. Just gutsy effort there by Matt Dustin.
Aylett to Riccardi. Aylett's been quiet. Love to see him work his way into the contest. Brady Riccardi, right foot. Nice work from Aylett. Just chugging along nicely. Handballs to Curtis. Dinky little kick over the top. Capillari, bit too much on it for him. Crisp back inboard on the boot as the Alpine Saints kick long down the line and Jesse Wilson intercepts nicely.
Bit of Masters about him, isn't there? Like Lee Masters for Yarragus.
I agree.
What Wilson does for a young bloke.
He's a lot more kamikaze style. Not as elegant as Masters, but he gets the job done, and that's probably why he's got the captain's armband today. Zach Bye emerges with the contest for the Tigers, and here comes Tommy O'Brien. 55 from home. He says, I'll pump this long, and I'll pump it into the first row out of bounds on the full.
Jacob Collins said, oi, lower the eyes, champ, and just spear one into me.
Boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Yeah, they just need to restrict their scoring at the moment, don't they, the Saints? They're right back in this game, but they just struggle to get it over halfway when the Tigers lock it in. So that's exactly what they're doing, 3 numbers to 1 just at that contest there.
Yeah, and it was an interesting kick. I suppose the boundary line saved him, but you just said it, Mitch, it was a 3-on-1 kick. And the man trying to get the mark was Malachi Owers for Myrtleford.
He's not exactly tall.
And he wasn't playing on Panda Escott. So there's a bit of a drive-by there for Panda. Martin was good to Curtis. Look away handball was okay to Maraca. Maraca's kick. It's a floater. Oh, a couple of Myrtleford blokes ran into each other. Daly with courage, head over the footy. O'Brien's been good. Got it to Cross. Cross now towards Mitch Scott. Mitch Scott, he did well, kept it in. Now he had a free kick against him. That's too high. That's high or whatever you like. And the free kick's going to go the way of the boy from Vanilla. Sammy Martin.
Good lift.
Buckets restores order. Sam Martin will get the free kick right under their watchful eye there, the Albury bench.
They weren't going to give her the ball to him.
No.
That's a smart football.
Absolutely. Take it away, Gus. See what you can bring to the table.
Well, I'll see if I can help Myrtleford kick a goal, considering you're not doing him any favours, Robbie. The Alpine Saints kick long down the line, and Luke Daly, I should say, he's happy to concede a boundary throw-in. If you just joined the broadcast, we're 15 minutes into the third quarter, and the Tigers lead 8-8-56 to the Alpine Saints. 3-7-25 O&M live action on 1494 2AY, or streaming across the globe on Optus O&M TV. On hands and knees is Kelly, and he gets a clearing kick down the lines. O'Sullivan, too much on it for him. Over the top, free kick and a whistle for a trip. It's going to go the way of the Saints, and it's Lockie Hurrigan. Del Bosco, true centre wing broadcast side to Curtis over the top. Made a poor handball look pretty good in the end. Here's a go for Reece Grant. Kicks long down the line. Looks like Dusson's gone into attack. And he takes the football out of bounds for a boundary throw. And we'll cross boundary side. Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel. An injured player coming off the ground.
Yes, Wallace just holding his maybe collarbone or shoulder. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one, boys.
Yeah, another injured Mert. Boundary throw in. Fist back towards the boundary, and Daniel Cross. They won't see it out over the boundary line. Simon Curtis somehow kept it in, and boundary umpire said, no, it went out, so it will be thrown back in. Just around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, Adelaide lead Collingwood by 9 points in the game at the Adelaide Oval.
And Yakandanda lead Chilton by 2.
Holbrook lead Gindra by 5 goals. So we've got them all here around the grounds. Here's a chance now for Curtis again. Look away, handball was beautiful to Reece Grant. Low kick to sharp. Del Bosco. He had no room to move, Gussie. His option was to run into a teammate, and in the end he was knocked out over the boundary line, and that is exactly where it's sat. So it'll spin back into play. Forward 50 almost for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They trail by 31 points. Gus, they need the next goal badly.
The umpire's found a free kick here. I think it's going to go the way of Matt Dusson. It is. 60 from home, so this is promising.
Hit a barrel.
He kicks inboard. Riccardi, 70 from home, wants to kick fat side in towards space. Warnock's out the back. His handball in the weight direction was poor, and he has another bite of the cherry. 15 metres out, top of the goal square. Umpire says, give it here, boys. I'll ball this one up.
Another goal to Adelaide. They lead by 16 against the Pies.
Up and under at the top. Miles, clearing kick for the Tigers. High up and under. Del Bosco makes a good contest of it. Getting amongst the action was Martin. And the umpire will ball this footy up, Robbie, 40 metres out from the Saints' goal.
Yeah, they're working hard, the Alpine Saints here, aren't they? But they just can't make leeway at the moment. Dustin, clever. Quick kick inside forward 50. That works okay. Sharp. Left foot snap. Misses. So 3 goals, 8 Myrtleford. Tigers 8-8. It's a 5-goal margin. That's on the Peterborough Homes scoreboard. We're doing this quarter for Agboss, Gussie, and on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, we have gone almost 19 minutes as Lucas Conlon plays on and kicks to broadcast side of the ground.
That he does. It's a good-looking kick in the cross direction. Falls nicely to McGrath. Over the top, and here's a 1-2 opportunity and a give and go with Mitch Scott. Takes a bounce, takes 2 bounces down the broadcast wing. He's being tackled nicely by Grant as he gets a kick towards centre half forward. O'Sullivan wants to find a teammate, wants to find Conlon, but it just has a bit too much pepper on it for him. It's out of bounds on the full, deep in the back pocket for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The Albury Tigers 8-8-56, Myrtleford 3-7-25. We'll go boundary side. Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Yeah, Wallace is back up and about, which is good news. They're hoping it just might be a bit of a stinger, so we expect to see him again shortly.
That's good news for young Jared Wallace. So plenty of action down that boundary line. There's been a lot of changes this quarter. Mitch, it's been busy down there, mate.
It's a roadway here, freeway. You've got to take a ticket and get off. So, yeah, they're rotating him pretty heavily. Both sides are right into that, so getting their midfields on and off.
All right, Cal Chris comes back onto the ground. Ben Kelly muscles his opponent, Dustin, almost out of the road. Oh, that was a throw. He got away with it. Did young McGrath, Tommy O'Brien. Tumbles it into half forward. Mitch Scott's there. They won't keep it in. No, they won't. Even Jeffy Garlett couldn't keep it in a very tight situation. Front of the old scoreboard, one of the great scoreboards in Australian sport. Gus, 8-8 to 3 goals, 8. Albury lead by 5 goals.
I'm glad they've got the electronic one, Robbie, because the historic one can sometimes be 1 or 2 points out.
It's on the mark at the moment.
Wash your mouth out.
I'm just saying,
you
sometimes
don't criticise my board, mate.
Well, the little kids sometimes might not have their maths as their strongest point, Robbie.
Well,
that's what I'm alluding to. It's a very nice, visually appealing scoreboard. But sometimes the data on it doesn't always quite read correct. It's correct at the present, and it's 8-8-56 to the Tigers.
I'm not going there, Gus.
And the Alpine Saints 3-8-26, the Peterborough Home scoreboard. And it's Aylett to kick the football in from fullback, and that's out of bounds on the full. And Chris will cross boundary sides here. Looks like a slight breeze favouring that Murray River side, the Albury swimming pool side.
Well, that ball there by, I think it was Aylett, made it look like there's a fair breeze out there. It's pretty good on the bench, a little bit slightly breezy.
Oh, Dustin went high. Ball came to ground. O'Brien off the ground. Malachi was well done. He's no,
paid a free kick.
Oh, it was a free kick. There's a free kick, and O'Brien's going to play it immediately. I was more watching Malachi Owers kick the ball off the ground. Maybe it wasn't Owers, unless someone else held O'Brien from trying to run in and kick the ball off the ground. But I didn't quite see it, Mitch. I can't really comment on it. All I can say is the umpire was in the best position. So, free kick and a goal to Albury Tigers means the margin now goes out to 6 goals, Gussie. 9-8-62 to 3-8-26. We're doing this one for Agboss, and that's on the Peterborough Homes scoreboard.
Around the ground, so Mr. Stove's pool world and the margin starting to claw back for the Wangaratta Rovers, 50 to 36.
Okay.
The JC low oval back in the centre. And here come the Alpine Saints. Inside 450 to Warnock is superb.
Beautiful from
He hasn't had
Martin.
delivery like that all day, really, has he, guys? So
well, that's right, Mitch. Sam Martin there, he's gather and collect. And, yeah, they're old Benalla teammates, Gussie. They're on the same page.
They're on the same wavelength.
The kick was beautiful. Superb.
I won't say anything about his goal kicking. Nick Warnock comes in, kicks on goal, and Robbie, I reckon I'll call the rest of Nick once for today. He's kicked the hardest one of the lot today for Nick Warnock, and he finally registers his first goal for the Alpine Saints today, and a much-needed response from Myrtleford. 4-8 to the Albury Tigers, 7-8.
You know the extraordinary thing about that? I was watching his ball drop in particular, and it was horrendous. But it somehow swung back, so I don't know. You just don't know sometimes.
The Aubrey Tigers kids love supporting Aubrey that much. They're giving the Tigers the goal here.
They have to. They have to. Oh, God love him. And his mates have just told him.
Myrtleford getting a goal as well.
No, give Myrtleford.
Everyone gets a goal.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner, babe. That's an old Hot Chocolate song, that one. Sam Martin out of the middle again. Pumps it long. Sharp can get a look at it. He takes a good grab, Riley Sharp, goes back, kicks inside, all the missed chance there by Daly. Here's a go, Warnock, got it, was just guarded with the football. Wilson showed great poise, handball over the top to McMenamin. He'll have to back, he did, good tackle, might be a free kick here, Gus. There is, the free kick's going to go the way of
bit
our
of a
man,
momentum swing, isn't there?
Tom Capillari.
It's been pretty good.
The capper.
Left footer.
The capper
pumps it in, top of the goal square. Yeah! takes a beauty and he falls like a big log falling in the forest up at Myrtleford.
One of them is a bit of a tree lopper, I think. I don't know which sharp it is, but it's one of the twins.
You're having me on, aren't you?
That's true.
You are kidding me.
I think
the department.
I think it's Brady.
Yep.
All right, well, you two wouldn't feed one into me, I know that. Now, this is a massive kick, guys. This for 2 goals in a row. Sharp to get the margin back to 4 goals, Gus.
It's the toughest angle to kick from at the Albury Sports Ground, Robbie. It's the widest pocket on the ground.
Yep. Now, a little bit of breeze. Got to go over the right-hand goal post with a little bit of breeze to bring it back. Riley Sharp, big kick on its way. Hey, it looks... Oh, he just kicked it to the left-hand side behind a score. 9-8, the 4 goals, 9. And the Saints are just hanging in there, Gus. We have gone 24 and a half minutes, third quarter action for Agboss.
Well, cross-boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, the pressure seems to have lifted the last 5 minutes. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing up there, but giving their forwards a little bit more of a chance and taking most of those half chances with Warnock and then Sharp taking those big marks.
The Tigers lead by 39 points as the ball falls in the lap of O'Brien with a bit of a shake and bake, and then comes inboard to Taylor Nugent, being quiet, but he's got a big job here to do on Malachi Owers, and he prevails and wins that contest. A match-up change. Brady Sharp's gone to Jacob Conlon, full-back versus full-forward. And Zach Bye into the ruck, palms it down. Martin's got some work to do for the Saints. Bye comes through nicely. Got to get rid of the football. Now he does. He finds Garland. High up and under kick to a contest. Jones, bit of work to do. Well done by Hourigan. Made a good contest of it. Hodgson does well. Comes through like the Southern Aurora Big Mac and dives on top of the footy. And will ball it up. 65 metres out from the Tigers' goal.
Good contest, both sides. It's been a good quarter of footy, this one. And Myrtleford have been able to match the intensity. Been a little bit cleaner with the footy. O'Hara, swing and a miss. Sam Martin, geez, I loved his quarter. O'Hara went back for another go. Hodgson knocked Owers out of the road. Taylor Nugent came in, and again, he's been picked up and held up by Hourigan and Martin in that tackle. I think smooth. Lucky Taylor Nugent, no, he's going to get up. He's okay. It was just the footy was buried underneath him, Gus.
Robbie, we've played 26 and a half minutes here.
Not long to go, Gussie.
And that's going to be a momentum killer for the Alpine Saints as they kick long down the line. Del Bosco has marked on the edge of the centre square.
Got to go.
Well, that's what he does. He kicks over the top and he kicks nicely into the path of the Alpine Saints as they go inside forward 50. Probably not the best kick. And it goes out of bounds on the full. Or out of bounds for a boundary throw-in, I should say, off the boot of Brady. Sharp in the netball pocket, Robbie. Dangerous spot. We've played 27 almost minutes here, and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints would love a goal.
I made that my own today, that netball pocket, Gus, just quietly.
If you don't say so yourself.
Henty, very nervous after my performance there today, I would have thought. Wilson's handball was very good to Bice. A tumbling left foot kick to midfield. Hourigan's had a good patch. Got it back to Dustin. Dustin's kick's a wobbly one, but it finds Kurt Aylett. Can't be long to go here. Only 3 goals this quarter. Aylett played on. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Tigers have got numbers back. They've got him at the fall of the ball. Free kick.
Warnock launched a bit early, boys, and crunched the pack, so he's given in the back, and it's going to be a free kick for the Tigers.
Great pick-up, Chrissy Mitchell, doing some really good stuff for the Newmarket Hotel down there on boundary side. Can't be long to go. 27 and a half minutes gone, Gussie. Only had 3 goals this quarter as Cross marks a true centre-half back.
He's been good as Daniel Cross, but he kicks dangerously inboard. Riccardi prevails from the contest. Inside 50, but Cross intercepts beautifully in front of Bren.
Little things, Gus. It's that kick inside forward 50.
That's what's letting him down. Here's a go. Good contest from McMenamin, who marks out in front. As the siren sounds for three-quarter time, and you just sense there's a little bit in this for the Alpine Saints. Three-quarter time score sees the Albury Tigers 9-8-62. The Alpine Saints 4-9-33. The scoreboard might suggest it's hard, but it's not all over yet for the Alpine Saints. We'll take a break and bring you the final quarter on the other side. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Live on 2AY.
Welcome back to the Albury Sports Ground. Three-quarter time sees the Albury Tigers 62 to the Alpine Saints 33. Your Optus quarter's best. Thanks to your local Optus stores, Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta. Robbie, I thought Brodie Riccardi was superb in that quarter for the Alpine Saints. I thought Warnock was good, and I think the Sammy Martin was superb as well. For the Albury Tigers, it was the usual suspects. Connor O'Sullivan was good. Tommy O'Brien's working his way into the game nicely, doing some nice things as well, Robbie. And I think I'm really enjoying the game of Bryden Hodgson today.
Yeah, no, good summary, mate. And look, I thought Myrtleford's intensity and pressure around the ball improved so much. Got a little bit cleaner. They started to win a little bit more clearance out of the middle of the ground. Sammy Martin led that. Mitchy Del Bosco's start to that quarter was absolutely brilliant. Simon Curtis continued to play well. You know what, Gus? Look, they're probably not going to win this game, but I reckon they'll take a bit out of it. There's a bit to work on here. they're doing it. The effort's there. And that's the most important thing. What they've got to do is just be a little bit better with the football in hand. They've just got to... I think sometimes they look like they're just panicking a little bit. Just got to just calm it back a bit, relax it a bit and see how it goes.
Agree. Well, cross-boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Yeah, Gussie, I spent a little bit of time at both huddles. Couldn't hear a thing again at Myrtleford's huddle. And I was speaking to his old man, actually, and he said I've been telling him to shut up his whole life, and he's speaking quietly, so maybe he's starting to listen. But you can sense they're a little bit up and about, I reckon, the Saints. They can smell a little bit of an opportunity here. If they kick the first couple and restrict Albury early, they're a chance. But Albury know that if they bring their tackle game, they're right in this one. They want 15 tackles for the quarter. They reckon if they can get that, they can win it.
First goal says everything, Robbie, in this final quarter, thanks to Bingley.
Yeah, Myrtleford, for the sake of the game, they're the ones that need it. If they're going to, make some in. Yeah, 5-goal lead. You never know. The effort's been there. They just got to get a little bit cleaner. We keep saying it, Gus.
Run away the fourth quarter thanks to Bingley, and it falls in the lap of Martin, who's met nicely by a cross for the Albury Tigers. And here comes Del Bosco. First inside, 450, goes the way of the Saints, and Declan Brent can't quite get a favourable bounce, but he gets a handball away in the nick of time. Pinballing around 45 metres out from the Saints' goal. Working nicely as McGrath works his way across a shoebox and kicks long down the line. Contest forms. Well done, Hodgson. Made a go of that for the Albury Tigers. Back to McGrath. Free kick and a whistle. It's going to go the way of the Alpine Saints here, and it's Capillari who comes in board to Del Bosco.
And Del Bosco has it pretty much midfield. Likes an option. He decides to go long. The chance for Warnock and Sharp. Sharp might run it. Warnock did well. Snap over his left shoulder. Yes, sir! Saints get the first goal of the last quarter inside a minute. Sunjan goal of the day contender. Nick Warnock has two, and the Saints are alive. Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, he had the big bear on his back. He had to shake him off, didn't he? And he did really well to get a kick away. And there was a big Jake Sharp... big yell through the box there. I don't know if you heard it, boys. It was right next to you.
I felt it.
The Saints are up and about.
We didn't hear it, Robbie. We felt it.
It reverberated through the box.
It's not as going to... Hopefully won't be as scary as today. We had a broken glass panel in the commentary box, Robbie, but Jake Sharp's up and about next door, and we love passion on O&M Live. The Saints, the first goal in the final quarter here. Thanks to Border Carpets.
Hey, Gus.
Hey, Robert.
You know how you love your new electronic scoreboard? Well, have a look at it now. No scores on it. Have a look at the old-style scoreboard.
Well, I don't know
it's got a score. How about that for a bit of a change, eh?
The only thing I don't know, Robbie, is whether it's right or not.
Well, of course it'll be right. Good on your old scoreboard. You'll do me.
Capillari.
You can get stuff too, Gus.
True centre. Kicks it long inside, forward 50. Contest forms. Warnock. Hands on the footy. Aylett palms it back in towards space. It's a go at the back of the contest for Capillari, who chips nicely, and Bice intercepts the Tigers.
That's the one that heard
the kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He should have pumped it long.
He was trying to do the right thing. You know what? Maybe he was a chance from there. Who knows? McGrath, they transport the ball pretty quick here. Garlett gathered somehow, all on his own goal square. O'Hara took the mark, thought about playing on, and all of a sudden... 15 seconds later, the ball's down the other end of the ground, and Albury Tigers, through the agency of Braden O'Hara, is almost certain to kick the goal, but I've got it wrong a few times this year. O'Hara, 15 metres out directly in front. He doesn't miss those. And the Tigers get a quick one back, a quick reply. It could have been different. 10-8 to 5 goals 9, 29-point margin.
Well, cross-boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Yeah, it's been their Achilles heel all day, hasn't it? Every time they go forward and kick a goal, the Tigers respond just as quick. So, if they can string a couple together and restrict the Tigers, they're a chance, because they're right up and about this start of this quarter.
Around the ground, some Mr. Stokes, Paul World, Yarrawonga 58, the Rovers 42, Lavington 77, the Dogs 24, and here at the Albury Sports Ground, the Tigers lead this one with a scoreboard that's slowly chugging along. Riccardi over the top to Martin. Finds his left boot, and it's smothered off the boot. Capillari and Waite amongst the action. Cross on hands and knees. Pinballs out of the contest. Well done by Big Ben Kelly. Links up with O'Brien. Back in towards the path of Daly. Dribble kick long down the line's okay. Scott's got some work to do. And so does Reece Grant. Wrapped up in a big tackle. And we'll ball the footy up. The Tigers lead 10-8-68 to the Alpine Saints 5-9-39. And we'll ball the footy up just forward of true centre wing.
Yeah, Chris got his hand on the footy and Miles has knocked the ball out over the boundary. That other score, I'm not sure, Gussie, I'm not sure if you gave that one or not, but Kyle Rubberglen's 76 lead with Wodonga Raiders 53. So that's, still in the balance, that one. And the other, Yarrawonga holding on to a 16-point lead against the Wangaratta Rovers. Just repeating, we reckon Sam Murray might have done a fairly serious hamstring injury. So we'll find out that one post-match. The ball comes back into play and poor old Kurt Ola, he grabbed the footy and a couple of Tigers just landed around him and he had nowhere to go. And umpire Hayden Pearson had no hesitation in calling for a ball up. Here they go again. Kelly got the tap. Ayler got one high, but the umpire wouldn't have seen it.
He's in the wrong spot.
No, that's right. And he can't see it, you can't guess. We could see it from here, but every other umpire on the ground, Gus, just don't get a look at that. And that's why he called for a ball up.
That's why he did it, Robbie.
Absolutely.
Spoken
And it does happen. It can happen to you.
Cross links up with O'Brien, who gets a clearing kick. And sitting in the hole nicely is Reece Grant. True centre wing, broadcast side, goes to the left boot dangerously. And Bice sits in the hole. And that's been Myrtleford's Achilles heel all day.
Killing them, isn't it?
The kick as they go in towards attack has let them down. A short kick to Jesse Wilson for the Albury Tigers. Edge of the centre square, inboard to Sean Daly. Links up nicely with Bice, who's running along the edge of the centre square. Finds the left boot and finds...
How's that delivery?
Jacob Conlon on the lead. 35 out.
I reckon with this freeze passage of play like that we've seen during the game where we've had this elite delivery of the ball, how good a highlight package would it be, Chris Mitchell?
Well, how do you stop that? I mean,
you
that
can't.
is just A-grade delivery. And Sam Martin is not a slow bloke, and he couldn't keep up with Riley Bice. And that delivery there, put it on a basket for him, and no other chance than to mark it in your chest.
To the Botanic Garden end, he'll kick from 45 metres out. Jacob Conlon doesn't quite have the accuracy, and it's across the face for a minor score. The Saints are still alive. 69 plays 39. They're going to do a fair bit of work. We've played 4 minutes in the final quarter for Bingley.
Another poor kick in, 2-on-1. McGrath got it off to Jones. Jones sets shot, misses. So, it wasn't a great option from that last kick in. And I think, they've got to look to go longer and just get the odds right. Give yourself a bit of a chance. Owers plays on, runs his full measure, kicks long down the line. Murray Waite goes at it, couldn't hold on to the footy. And Tommy O'Brien cleverly, mistakenly put the ball out over the boundary line. They'll reset, chuck it back in, get some numbers around the contest here. And the Tigers, they're not hanging on. They maintain a neat 5-goal lead, Gus.
So the umpire will bring this one back into play, 60 metres out from the Tigers' goal. In front of the old grandstand, and he's flung that ball into outer space. The umpire said it was fair, and it's a play on. Pinballing around, 50 from home. Hodgson left it behind. O'Brien got taken high, said the umpire. Free kick for the Albury Tigers. O'Brien kicks into the hot spot. Conlon brings it to ground level. Crumbed by Garlett. Kicks to the goal square. O'Sullivan can't quite make a go of that one. And hands and knees. The Alpine Saints have numbers. But the boundary line beats them all, and it trickles out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 25 metres out from the Albury Tigers' goal. And the Tigers lead this contest by 30 points. On the border carpet scoreboard.
Gussie quickly around the grounds too for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Chilton 11-11 lead Yakkandan to 10 goals too. That was at three-quarter time. So the ball came in. Miles was over the footy. Riccardi did well. A nice little neat handball. Just missed the target though. Del Bosco stays over the footy. Been good today. Garlett was clever. Got it back to Miles. Miles over the left shoulder. Top of the goal square. Dustin brought it to ground. He has anyone in his road. Doesn't worry Matt Dustin. He just kept charging through. Released a handball to Aylett. Aylett off half back. Had one bounce. Has a second bounce. Aylett has his third bounce. Thought about his fourth. Decided to kick down the line. It's a good just missed Brent, I think it was there. Now the Tigers will turn the footy over. Here's a big go inside forward 50, all on his own again for the second time this quarter. Braden O'Hara all on his loan. Plays on. Riccardi did well, got a fist on the footy, stayed alive. Look out. Put the glasses down. Jeff Garlett nails a Sunjan goal of the day. That's what they'll do to you. They make you pay when you make a mistake. The Tigers extend the lead now out to 37 points, Gussie, 76-39.
Great call, Big Mac. Thanks to McRae Motors. And to tell you what, He doesn't need to have many touches of the footy, Chris Mitchell, for the Newmarket Hotel, but when he does, he's explosive. Jeff Garlett.
A-grade finish, wasn't it? And just moved in the small little phone box there and just put one away. And that's a nail in the coffin there. But how the hell do they let a player like Braden O'Hara get free twice in the space of 2 minutes?
Turnovers.
In his 50 by himself. So, yeah, it is the turnovers. They should have marked one on the wing there, and they paid the price.
Bice out of the centre, handballs in towards space to regather it himself. Links up with Zach By, who doesn't have the kicking licence, but he kicks it in the end. And why didn't you kick it earlier, Zach? That was superb to Conlon. 70 from home, pumps it into the hot spot to O'Hara. It's party time now for the Albury Tigers, Robbie.
Yeah, the clinical side of their game's really coming to the fore now, isn't it? Like, out of the middle of the ground there, By, all these guys. It's the younger guys that do it just as well as the older ones. And O'Hara, he is so dangerous. He's a lethal weapon up forward there. And he's coming in, Gussie, for goal number 3.
To the Botanic Gardens end.
Oh, mark it down, Gus.
We'll put it down, Robbie, because this boy doesn't miss. Braden O'Hara's got 3. The Tigers have got 12, and that's game, set, match. Chris Mitchell for the Newie.
Yeah, it's done and dusted, isn't it? It's going to take the sting out of 2 because the Saints will really threw everything at them at the start of this quarter. But those little disappointing turnovers and costly errors at wrong times and spots of the ground. Just that's been the difference today. Albury's capitalised on those.
Yeah, obviously the game's done and dusted now, but what's really important for Myrtleford now, they've got to think ahead. They need to run this game out. They've got to try to win the game, outscore them from this point, because if they get into the finals and you get a tight elimination final, you've got to have legs in the ability to run the game out. They cannot just concede here. They've got to keep going. Martin was good, got a handball to Curtis. Curtis kicks it long. Warnock flew high, ball to ground. Declan Brand, if you can get a look at it, he stays at it. Good. He got a free kick. He got one high against Luke Daly, was it? Or was it?
Yeah,
it was Lukey Daly.
Didn't really want to pick it up, did he? So
yeah,
he was sort of playing for a free kick there, and he got his justs.
So Declan Brent to get one back. They don't deserve to get nailed here by a big margin, the Saints. They can just pull it back, but it's so important they finish this game off. They've got to finish this game with pride, and they can walk off the ground and say, yep, we can learn from this. Our season's not over. We'll take this one on the chin, and we'll come back better. Declan Brent, 30 out directly in front. Good lad. Kicks it. It's a nice finish. He's got 3. Declan Bren. Saints get their second for the quarter, 6-9-45. They trail the Tigers, 12 goals, 10-82. And that is on the Border Carpet scoreboard. That's where I got my carpets from, Gussie. And they look smick. Don't worry about that.
They certainly do.
In my palace at East Albury.
The palace?
Well, that's
You'll
what
be
I
pleased
call
to know the electronic scoreboard's back up and running, boys.
Hey.
Well done, boys. Good work. Well, you keep going, kids. I love the old one. I don't look left. I look right to the old one, Chris.
Well, I think the new one reads correct, Robbie, and it says 12-10-82 to the Alpine Saints, 6-9-45. Fourth quarter action on OMI, thanks to Bing Lee.
If you can hear me, Travis, don't show both boards at the moment, please.
Well, do both. Martin, inside forward 50 for the Alpine Saints. Here's a go for Bren. Murray Waite overran the football. Sean Daly links up nicely. Now Luke Daly, hands on the football. Right foot kick exits defensive 50. Alex Jones with some work to do. Well done, Martin. Yep. Coming nicely now is Hourigan. Left the football behind. Riccardi being gallant today for the Alpine Saints.
Daniel Cross just extracted the footy from the bottom of the pack.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. McMenamin, bit of work to do. Dropped the football and lost the football.
Well.
Any danger of all? Umpire says no. Handballs over the top to Riccardi. Little 1-2 now if the ball can fall favourably for Buka. Pinballing around. Buka gets around one. Blow the whistle now. Any danger? McMenamin marks and the whistle still works.
As Wilson takes it off half-back, some of your fighters there, Gussie. Here's a chance here for O'Sullivan. He held his feet. Held his ground, got round one, handball to release to Wilson, put him under a bit of pressure. Tracking him was Murray Waite, right down in front of us here, Gussie. We literally got 10 metres from the ball here. And umpire Jason Rain is going to bounce, throw the ball up, true centre wing, right in front of Chris Mitchell. He can almost touch it, Mitch. He's getting a bit toey down there in the sideline. O'Brien through traffic was good. Hurry kick into half forward. Daniel Cross again, kept his feet, shot a handball to McGrath. McGrath stepped round one. McGrath had a bounce. Handball it to Garlett. Garlett went that way. He did it inside out, kicked to Mitch Scott. You got to play on. Scott goes long. One-on-one contest. Conlon couldn't take the mark. mark. Picked up by Smooth Nugent. Handball back to Conlon. Left foot, if you don't mind, for a Sunjang goal today. Conlon's got 4. That was sensational football. Ovens and Murray at its best. We get to see it every week, Gus. How about a bit of that?
Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel. The Albury Tigers are bringing out the party tricks.
Yeah, I don't think I can top that call. Great call there, Robbie. And good work there by Smooth Nugent just to keep the ball alive. And Conlon wasn't going to miss from directly in front, was he?
So if you just joined the broadcast...
I've blown a whistle.
Well, Robbie's lost his binoculars.
That was funny, wasn't
He's caused Nick Warnock to kick points, and he's blown a vessel. And the Tigers lead 13-10-88 to Myrtleford. 6-9-45, and the umpire throws it aloft in the centre. Once again, Curtis goes to the midfield now, but overran the football as O'Brien thumps it on the boot inside forward 50. Oh, Jeff Garlett's good in these situations, but not quite good enough to register the scoreboard. And it trickles out of bounds. For a boundary throw-in, we'll cross boundary side. Chris O for the Newmarket Hotel. The bloke who's about to come back on the ground has been absolutely superb today, Bryden Hodgson.
Yeah, I like him in the midfield and forward of the ball. He's might be something they might try a little bit more in these last 5 games of the season. But Bryden Hodgson, obviously, he's midfield talent, played most of the season in defence, but might find himself in a new position.
Conlon had a snap on goal, but Riccardi read it beautifully. Kicked the ball to the middle of the ground. Sean Daly. Handball under pressure, stayed over the footy. Matty Dustin tracked him. Tommy O'Brien got one a bit crude. Play-on's a call, though. And Bucket says, give it to me, I'm going to ball it up. And he gets a bit of feedback from the Myrtleford supporters.
And haven't got the rub of the green, I reckon, today, Robbie. But
no, not quite.
It's not why they've lost.
No, that's right. O'Brien, tumbling kick, inside forward 50. Alex Jones, like a bull, back to Hodgson. Hodgson, a little chipping up and under kick towards O'Hara. Good work by Malachi Owers. I've liked his game today, Mitch, for the Newmarket Hill. He's been all right, young Malachi.
Yeah, there's certainly been an avalanche of forward 50 entries in the second half for the Tigers. But yeah, he's held his head high, I reckon, Malachi Owers.
Coming off a confidence-boosting game against Panda Escott in the twos at North Albury. That'd give anyone a shot on the arm.
I was going to say that even give me a confidence boost to play O&M football. Garlett gets the ball inside forward 50. I reckon that's a bit of a stretch too far, Robbie. I pulled up sore from training at Dedarang this week.
See what Panda's copped a few drive-bys today.
Hey, don't worry. I listen to the games I don't call, and I cop an absolute.
I get embarrassed sometimes, Gus, what they do to you, mate.
You said I needed to have open heart surgery on the broadcast last week. Buka, yes, with Darren Creswell.
I apologise.
Creswell said I should inject some talent. You said we should have open heart surgery to inject it. Don't worry, I got let know all about that one. Del Bosco.
I didn't know you listened.
Well, I listen to everything, Robert. We might start listening to this game now. Here's a go for the Alpine Saints. Curtis inside 50. Doesn't quite fall favourably for Bren. They're tumbling over like 10-pin bowling pins.
Great work by Hodgson. It was just a gutsy effort to get a fingertip into that one.
Bice over the top to Taylor Nugent. Not much support arrives for Smooth.
Bit like you last week in the commentary.
If you just join the broadcast, the Tigers hold a substantial lead, 88-45, and inject some talent into this game, Robbie.
I'll do my best, Gus. 43-point lead to the Tigers. As the ball is kicked by Aylett, I think, almost inside forward 50. Riley Sharp. Gee, drives it long. Warnock's got a good look at it and takes a really good grab. Grabbed as Nick Warnock. He's 15 metres out on a very tight angle. He's about 5 metres in from the boundary. And Gus, will he go drop punt or he goes screw round the corner?
Well, do you want me to call it so it's a goal?
It'll be a screw round the corner.
Righto.
This is in range, though. This is the time you should use this kick. And Warnock says that's how you do it, and he's put it straight through the guts, Gus.
Well, he's pumped it in the car park too.
I think it's in the Murray, boys.
Straight through the guts, but that's more the distance, Gussie. 7-9-51. Warnock's got 3. Albury 13-10-88. We're doing it for Bing Lee, and that's on the border carpet scoreboard, Gus. I want you to go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World.
13 minutes into our O&M Live match today on 3&E. Yarrawonga lead 11-10-76 to the Wangaratta Rovers 7-7-49. She's all over
done.
Red Rover down there, Robert.
She's done. Chris Mitchell of the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, what do you want me to add to that?
Just anything you like, my friend. Gussie's just
It cannot be worse than the garbage we've just pumped out for the last 3 minutes.
No, I think last 10 minutes of this game is up to Myrtleford to see what they want to take into next week, boys.
Well, how's this?
How about this?
Corowa Rutherglen 76. The Wodonga Raiders 67.
Well, I did tip that would be tight today, Gus, on the all-rounders. That quality show Saturday morning between 9 and 11.
I'm meant to be going to the Corowa Ball tonight, Robert.
You hope they win then today.
And I bloody hope to God they get up, because it'll be a sombre old ball down in Corowa.
Drowning their sorrows.
They'll warm to the task, Gussie. Don't worry about that.
Back here at the sports ground, the Tigers lead 88-51. Crisp been going in the ruck, palms it down in the Hodgson direction. Curtis, best on for the Saints for mine. Gets it up towards the half forward. Martin's got to get rid of it. Great tackle applied, and that's free kick holding the ball. Well done, young Braden McMenamin across the right half-back flank for the Tigers. Kicks it on the right boot and kicks nicely towards Mitch Scott.
Good Scottish kid, McMenamin.
True centre wing broadcast side. He kicks long down the line. O'Sullivan gets called in by Cross and then gets taken out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. And this is local footy at its best, because Ben Paul is patting a dog on the boundary line.
I reckon it's his old man and his dog.
He's not, Gus.
He was patting the dog.
Well, I lost my binoculars out on the roof earlier in the day. All right. Geez, that's a good boundary throw-in. That is a massive hoik. O'Brien at the back of the pack. I've liked his second half. Mopped up nicely by Martin. He's been good today. Coming through was Will Unthank. Handball was intercepted by the Saints, or is it? It's going to come back. Free kick's going to go the way of Riley Booker.
But you mentioned his name, Sam Martin. He's been outstanding, and
been
their rival
good,
Curtis were their best.
Thumping kick. Here's a chance for Warnock. He has free. He brought the ball to ground, then he regathered. He sort of went down Ginnivan style.
Looking for a high tackle,
wasn't he? Ginnivan style, and he couldn't get it.
Gee, that's a harsh accusation, Robbie. I wouldn't want to be put in the same sentence as him.
Now, Gus, take it away. There's no one in the goal square. This is a dangerous situation. Have a look at this.
30 metres out, high up and under kick to the top of the goal square. And then there's two people there. One of them's the Bren gun, and he's given away a free kick, Robbie.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Dragged him down, didn't he?
Yep.
So it looks like it's going to be a free kick for the Albury Tigers. It is. It's Hodgson who goes to Riley Bice, who's really taken his game to a new level in season 2022. He played VFL football for GWS last week.
Collingwood looked like beating the Crows, lads. Lead by 16 in the last quarter.
Condolences to Matt Griffith in the studio.
Yep.
Ulruanonga's only Adelaide Crows supporter. Riley Bice, left foot kick down the line. Bit too much on it. Ben Kelly's got some work to do. Applies a nice block on Brady Sharp, and he wraps him up in a big bear hug tackle. And we'll ball the footy up. We've played 21 and a half minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, and the Tigers lead 13-10-88 to the Alpine Saints 7-9-51 on the border carpet scoreboard.
Crows just got a goal, 10-point margin. Collingwood still lead. Here's a go Cross. He's been good again today. Kelly had it. Geez, the tackling's been fierce. The intensity's been outstanding in this second half, I reckon, for Myrt.
It hasn't abated at all, even though they're down well on the scoreboard. Yeah, they've kept the pressure up, and they'll take that into next week. That's a big plus for them.
I agree, Mitch. I reckon they can really take a lot out of this game, Myrt. I really do. Look, we mentioned they're down on numbers, but, geez, the commitment's been there, the effort, and that's all you can ask for. Bye. At the footy, handball to McGrath, quick hands to Riley Bice. He tried to turn on a flippity bit, Gus, but he couldn't do it.
On a what?
A thrippity bit. It's an old saying from another time. It's an old type of coin. It's an old saying. You know how you say he's working in a phone box?
Yeah.
Well, back in the day...
You'd work it on a flippity bit.
Yeah, you're like on a flippity bit. You could turn on a flippity bit in not much space.
You learn something every day.
You're a man at night. You ask old Jimmy about it. Not young Jimmy, sorry, not old Jimmy.
I was going to say, you might lose a friend.
Here's Jeffy. 45 out. Ooh, kick won't quite get there. He looks for young Connor O'Sullivan. Brought it to the ground. Here's a go for Mitch Scott. Oh, he got his head pulled off. Absolutely got lassoed around the ears, did young Mitch Scott. And he'll be on a tight boundary. Just take that back to James McLeod next time you ask him, Gus. Could you turn on a thrippity bit, Jimmy?
Well, I don't reckon he could, Robbie. Not overly agile, the big fella.
O'Sullivan was just good enough to make a contest there and force it to ground. And Scott was right spot, right time, and got the crumbs, and just got a high tackle, no doubt about that.
Now, I reckon he's going to drop punt. From a tight angle, Mitch Scott comes in and has
missed it.
Kicked the point. So minus score. Another goal of Adelaide Crows. Collingwood lead by 4 points. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Around the ground, so Mr. Stoves pull well. Chilton have kicked away, and they lead by 15 points. Midway through the final quarter in the Duns Twin City Cranes Tallangatta District Football League. Ball's in the hands of Kurt Allett for the Alpine Saints. And he links up with Buka on the edge of the square in towards Del Bosco. Overlap with Aylett was nice. Here's a go for Capillari, the left footer. Darts the ice to the Bren gun.
Good boy.
Composure,
Kappa.
got his head over the footy and eyes over the ball.
He's a
didn't he?
beauty, Mitch.
Yeah, lowered his eyes
That's
beautifully.
the best passage of play the Alpine Saints have put together for the whole game, and it's taken them to the 23rd minute mark of the fourth
That's
quarter
all right,
to do
son.
so.
Do you know what? I reckon they're going. Seriously, Gussie, they will take a lot out of this game. There's a lot to be taken this game. Good on them. Love the way they're fighting this game out. They're not dead yet, these lads. They're alive. Season's still alive.
Declan Bren, 45 metres out, directly in front. It's got the legs, but it took a bit of the accuracy away, and it's through for a minor score. Bren's kicked 3 goals, 1. The Alpine Saints have kicked 7 goals, 10, and they trail 89 to 52 on the border carpet scoreboard. Great to have your company in the fourth quarter for Bing Lee.
Yeah, pushing the back there. It's going to go the way of Smooth. Lockie Taylor-Nugent. He's just about to take the mark. He got a nasty shove in the back by the Bren gun. Smooth goes wide, and he finds Jeff Garlett. So they're going to just slow things down a bit here, Gus. 24 and a half minutes gone, final term. And Connor O'Sullivan presents with a long lead, long way up the ground. But that's what it's all about, this modern era. He ignores the coach. That can be risky, young fella. And he goes down the line, kicks it low. Good grab. Taken by, I think it was Riley Bice there, is it?
Zachy Bice.
Sorry, Zachy Bice it was, right in front of me. Here's Miles. Geez, he covered some ground. Kick's not a good one, though. And the Colossus at centre-back, Gus, at centre-half back. Matty Dustin takes a good grab. He goes wide, and he'll kick the ball to Brody Riccardi.
Riccardi's been nothing short of superb today for mine,
Good game,
Robbie.
mate. Good game.
He's the heart and soul of the Alpine Saints Footy Club. And he goes to Curtis. Del Bosco being superb once again. Takes a bounce. Can take a second. Handball's over the top. Riley Sharp needs a clean bounce. He gets it. He gathers and he kicks on goal. And he splits the middle. Riley Sharp kicks his first for the Alpine Saints today. And he registers a much-needed goal for Myrtleford. Boundary side, Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Well, their big guns had a hand in that one, didn't they? Del Bosco, Riccardi, and then ended up with Sharp and straight through the guts. And easiest, quickest way to goal, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mitch, I don't know about you, from a Myrtleford perspective, I think that some of the signs they showed, probably since quarter time, have been pretty good. They had periods in the second quarter where they dominated, didn't put on the scoreboard, but second half full of character.
It'd be a lot different if they didn't let those early goals in and the margin blow out. I think, Robbie, they would have been right in this contest.
Yeah. So, Chris won another tap. Ooh, Riley Bice spun one way, and it ended up with Cross, who got it back to Bice, and now Bice now kicks it off the left foot, top of the goal square. Dustin's there. He mopped it up nicely. Gee, that's a good kick. Kicks it defensively to between half-back and centre wing. It's going to be intercepted for Albury by Jeffy Garlett. Garlett goes short. Mark can't be taken there. They'll bring it back. Here's a chance for Garlett. Sweeping handball over the top. Hodgson in trouble. Got a handball release. Back to McMenamin. McMenamin, the Scottish flyer. Clean bowls. Dustin lost his leg stump. On the Conlon. Handball to Kelly. Over to O'Sullivan. And the young fella's got 3. Good passage of footy, but poor old Matty Dustin. We've all let one go and seen leg stump disappear. That's exactly what happened there.
At least he kept his front foot behind the line, Robbie.
He did, Gussie, and now the margin goes back to 37 points. Caps off a good game for O'Sullivan with 3.
That it certainly does. Around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, Robbie, in the big contest between the Raiders and the Roos. The Roos lead by a point. That is going down to the wire at the Birralee Park in Wodonga.
Well, you heard it on the all-rounders this morning, Gussie. A hint of an upset, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's right, Robbie. Well, Conroy just kicked the goal.
Well, there you go.
Conroy have kicked the goal.
Well, you call the footy here, young fella. Don't worry about what's going on the ball at Cora tonight.
I slightly am,
You
Robbie.
got your eye on anything there tonight, Gus, or you just rolling along? Or?
I'd say one of
He's going to keep his eye on the ball.
One of CUB's finest, I'd say, Robbie. Here's Jones, 45 from goal, and he pumps it in the pocket, and he pumps it out of bounds on the full.
Yeah,
Free kick for the Alpine Saints, deep in the pocket. Chris Mitchell, talk some sense into this broadcast for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, I don't know how I
Gus.
can do that, boys. But
No, you won't do that.
we're counting down to the final siren, boys. What I'm interested in is who's going to be the player of the day for the Tigers.
Well, that's your job, Chris
A little bit of
Mitchell.
help would be great.
All right. I'll tell you what, Gussie, if you get enough of those finals prior to anything can happen.
We'll leave it at that, Robbie.
Absolutely. Now, Owens has been good. Plays on from half-back. Kicks it long. No one really home. So here's a chance for Sammy Martin. Got a terrible bounce. He did well, though. Knocked out of his hand superbly there. Was outstanding there by Riley Bice. He went back for a bit more. Out the back was Maxi Byrne. Good work, Murray Waite. Kick off the ground. There might be a chance here for the way. Oh, the Alpine Saints put him a racker. He couldn't get hold of it. And it'll be balled up. That was a very elongated siren, Gus. It brings about the end. Entertaining game. 14-11-95, the Tigers. Myrtleford, 8-10-58. That's a 37-point margin, Gussie. Good game of footy. Both sides had a crack. Tigers were just a bit cleaner.
That they certainly were. It is. And a big shout out, Robbie, before we go any further, to everyone making the broadcast possible today, to Matt Griffith back in O&M Live HQ, to Travis Cartwright, the best cameraman in the business, and a big shout out to the crew at Wangaratta and Indigo Computers. We just had a photo come through of what the Nerve Centre looks like today, Robbie. Absolutely sensational scenes of the live streams being put together this afternoon. Well done to Luke, to Jackson, the crew at Wangaratta and Indigo Computers. They've done a cracking job, and I tell you what, the Albury Tigers, a pretty good strong of football today here, Robbie. Too strong for the Alpine Saints. 14-11-95 to Myrtleford, 8-10-58.
Yeah, look, sometimes you can forget and not give credit to, but the Tigers today, they were fantastic, Gussie. They had a crack for 4 quarters. They got the result done. They're exposing a lot of good young talent this season, the Tigers. They've got the experience of Miles and O'Hara and the like there. But at the moment, Gussie, we're just waiting on Chris Mitchell to come up with the big call.
We'll get a bit of the song in while we can, Robbie. The Tigers victorious on O&M Live, and we'll cross boundary side. Chris Mitchell, our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
Yeah, thanks, Gus. We've got Bryden Hodgson to get a few boos there from the teammates, mate. But I thought you had an outstanding game and a new role today. How'd you find it?
Yeah, boys. Bit surprising to get that, but take it. Yeah, good effort by the boys. They got the jump on us last game, so it was good to turn that around and really made that an emphasis in that first quarter, just to get a jump on them. And it was good effort by the boys.
No Jay Gaynor, no Fletcher Carroll. How did you guys find that in the midfield?
Yeah, obviously lacked a bit of speed there and a bit of zip in the midfield, but yeah, Snip just said, boys that go in there, just play your role, lock on there, a big-bodied side, and they work pretty hard. So yeah, obviously can't replace them boys, but good effort by the team to put in a full court effort. It was good.
Your starts haven't been very good this season, but you're right on fire early in this game, and it really set it up for the victory.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was a bit of scoreboard pressure at the start, and obviously they kicked 4 goals when we lost down there, and we just really made that an emphasis, a training this week, that it wasn't going to happen today. So no, it was good.
Thanks, Bryden. Enjoy the song, mate.
No, thank you. Cheers.
Chris Mitchell, boundary side, the Newmarket Hotel, with our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, Bryden Hodgson. Breaking news across the SSNA Ovens and Murray. The Wodonga Raiders have hit the front against Cora Rutherglen, 81-76. What a triumphant victory that would be today.
Yeah, geez, that will put, if they get over the line, that'll put an end to Cora Rutherglen's season. But yeah, Gus, it was always going to be a tight one, I thought that. And Raiders, they would have seen this as a great opportunity to pinch their first win for the season. So we'll keep in touch with that one, see how it all pans out. Just an update in that AFL game. Collingwood are gone with 40 seconds to go, lead Adelaide by 5 points. So the Pies look like winning their 8th game in a row. And I think 6 of those games have been under 10 points.
Well, Robbie, we can almost call this game off the live scoring. The Roos have hit the front.
Wow.
And they lead by a point. We believe there's 3 minutes to go in that contest. We'll keep you posted there as Chris Mitchell follows the Albury Tigers back into the clubhouse there. And they'll sing the song with plenty of gusto today.
Yeah, good win. They'll be happy. Like that, we spoke about Myrtleford, Alpine Saints, the injuries they've got. Tigers have got them too. They've got some unavailability, some key players like Gaynor and Fletcher Carroll, but other players stood up in the midfield today. They defended really well. I thought it was really good. Probably the first quarter, first 20 minutes of the game wasn't great, Gus. I thought after that, the second quarter was good, and I really enjoyed that second half of footy. I thought Myrtleford's intensity, they got into the pace of the game a bit. I'm not sure what Jake Sharp said to them at half-time, Gus, but whatever it was, I don't know, it reassured them that they backed themselves, have a little bit more confidence. And they came out in that second half, and Myrtleford played some really good footy. That game could have blown away. They hung in there, and the margin around 5 or 6 goals was probably a fair result in the end.
I'd say so, Robbie. We'll cross boundary side now and into the rooms for the Albury Tigers song.
We're from Tigerland, fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with the grip
Tigers too strong for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in our O&M Live match of the day. And Robbie, normally we're going to throw to the break, but we're going to keep rolling with the punches here and follow the progress of this Coral Rutherglen Wodonga Raiders game. Under a minute to go, and the Roos lead by a sole point.
1.8, gee whiz. If you have a draw, does that count for an unbeaten for a winless season?
Well, technically, Robbie, because it's still winless.
Yeah, but then the other side, you say, yes, we did get 2 points. So who knows? But that's, gee whiz, this could shape a club's night out, doesn't it? If you've got the ball planned and you're only up by a point with seconds to go, we'll see what happens there, Gussie. Just what Collingwood have got up to in that other game we're looking at. It's full time at the Adelaide Oval. And Collingwood, they've got up in another close one. They've won by 5 points.
Full time at the Lavington Sports Ground. The Panthers are 186-33. And Yarrawonga have defeated the Wangaratta Rovers 95-49, kicking away, Robbie, booting a massive 8 goals in the final quarter to tear through the Wangaratta Rovers.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? One of the few criticisms we had of Yarrawonga early in the season was their poor last quarters. I think they went 3 games here with only kicked 1 goal.
They weren't poor, they were horrible.
Yeah, well, they weren't scoring in some cases. That's one area of the game they have lifted. They've done that on a couple of occasions now. So, Yarrawonga, they definitely are the main challenge of the Wangaratta, but no doubt about that. Gussie, the other score that we've been tracking there too was the Wangaratta North Albury game. Wangaratta came out of the blocks. I think they might have kicked the first 10 goals or even more. Might have been, but since then, the Hoppers have fought back, Gus, and we're just getting an update on that. But North Albury are, and I apologise, people, if this is probably not great radio.
Oh, no, they're trailing, Robbie, 139-28.
That's right, yeah, but they have come back. That game looked like blowing out big time, and full credit to the Hoppers. They've come back there. Coral Rutherglen still lead by a point, I believe, Gus.
That they certainly do, Robbie, and we'll probably have to take a break because we'll bring you the full-time score on the other side. You're listening to O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading.
Inspiring.
Hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.